みんな! Yahoo! Hi everybody! Yahoo, yahoo! Hello! Hello, Jam Jam! Hello, Yahalo! Hello, Daishima! We were just talking earlier, right? Hello, hello! And then, hello, Meek! Oh, and Janken's in the chat. Well, of course he's in the chat box right now. Hello, Aria's Queen. Nice to meet you. Yes, today is going to be a different stream, of course. We're going to be doing some idol lecture. I hope you guys won't get tired of me talking about idols, but I can just, how I say it? I can just geek about idols, but I know that my title, I kind of made it kind of broad in a sense. You know, I'm like talking about like idol lecture, right? But today we're gonna be talking about more on my favorite idol group, Morning Musume. We're gonna talk a little bit about like, you know, history-wise, how I got into the fandom, and also a little bit of my own stories as an ex-idol and some sorts. But yes, okay, without further ado, I think I should bring in our guest for today. Yeah. You guys excited to see my friend Janken? Let's see. Before I bring him in, maybe I should do this thing where like he's like hopping into the what's it called? Oopsies. You know, hopping into the call. Wouldn't that be funny? Like he's just walking in instead of me just popping him into the room. Okay, so ちょっと待ってねみんな. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna it should be fine. Okay. I'm going to not use. Okay, I'm gonna choose a transition. Oh, make a comment with your collabs mates info and pin it. One of my favorite features on YouTube. Okay, I should do that. Yeah, give me a second because Daishima is being a bro right now and telling me what's up with doing that because, like, you know, I'm such a noob at this type of stuff, but thank you for reminding me. Thank you, actually. Okay, so let me just yeah, looks good. Let me just put this in. Oops. Okay. Did that work? No, it did not work. But let me just pin it and say just subscribe to my friend Janken. ちょっと待って. I'm getting confused right now. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna bring him in. Who is that? He's slowly walking in. He's walking into the stream. It's Janken!
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How is everyone? Hi. Hello, Riko.
Hello.
Hey.
Before we started the stream, we had a little chit chat here and there, but yeah.
You sure did.
Yes, we did, but everything is good. Yeah, how me and Janken met was I was stream hopping because I was like, man, I really need to talk to. I really wanted to like meet some new VTubers and such, and I have a lot of friends in the VTubing space, like in Twitch, but I don't really go on Twitch so much. So I think it would be nice to find a friend in, you know, the whole YouTube space, and I'm glad I found you guys.
Right. Yeah, me too. It was sudden. I was if I remember. Well, actually, before we go into that, like, who the heck am I? Like, just maybe talking a bit about that. You're right. So my name is Janken Pomme. Some people call me Uncle Janken. I am on the boomer side.
Boomer.
I embrace it. I embrace the boomer. And that's right. I'm a big man. That is, and I also embrace that. No worries. I am a VTuber fan living in Japan, living the dream. And I just felt like I wanted to share a little bit about me being a fan. So I do a lot of VTubing related content. I do HoloLive especially, but I'm interested in VTubers in general. And at some point, I just decided that I would become like a PNG tuber. And for now, this is the form that I am in. So yeah. So I was doing, I believe, a chatting stream, just like talking about what I was going to do with the channel. And then suddenly, I think you just came in, right?
Yeah, I think you were playing. Oh no, you weren't doing a chatting stream.
Yeah, I was just doing a chatting stream. I was like being silly about what we want to do in the future, and trying to teach my viewers how to lure people into watching your stream with thumbnails and fake news.
I guess it worked because I came, right?
yeah, there we go. I got you. I got you with the takodachi, I think, right?
Yes,
I think my thumbnail. Yeah, right. Yeah, it worked.
Yes.
I knew it. I was like, people are gonna be like, oh, there's like this takodachi in the background. It's my actual real life background too, by the way. I don't know if you knew.
Yes. So yeah, Janken makes a lot of HoloLive related content, and so if you guys really want to learn about like the history of it and such, he has really fun content about it as well. So you guys should check it out.
I especially like the fandom. How can I say fan game community from HoloLive. So I do stream a lot of fan game. From HoloLive. It's really good. I'm also French. It might not sound like that, but yeah, I'm also a Frenchman. So I'm very interested in languages and stuff like that. We've been talking a bit about that. I was like, oh yeah, like you speak Thai, and then I was like, oh, I speak French, and like, yeah, it was fun. We have good conversation.
Yeah, I displayed or showed my very butchered French. Yeah, right. It was bad. You can tell me. Yeah.
And then I learned how like baguette is a thing, and then I was like, oh, is that a threat? Like as a Frenchman, and I was like, no, it's my story. It's like, oh, okay. So you guys in the chat know all about all of the baguette, like because I'm a baguette expert myself too. So.
Of course, I think that like by this point, like since you're French, like baguette and all like the French pastries and stuff is like in your veins.
Yeah. Oh, and I just saw taco. It just like looks like could be my favorite uncle. That's the point. I'm supposed to be your cool uncle. Exactly.
You are.
Totally getting it. Yeah. I'm the cool uncle, right?
Yes.
Exactly, because.
Daishima said omelette du fromage.
Of course. But yeah, did you know that a lot of people say omelette de fromage, but it's actually omelette du fromage, but it's actually all wrong. Did you know?
No, I did
French
not.
Is actually, yeah, it is actually wrong. It's actually omelette au fromage.
Au fromage.
Yeah, au fromage. Yeah.
You know why people say it that way?
Of course, it comes from that old cartoon.
Yes.
What is it? Dexter? Is it
Yes,
Dexter? No.
It is Dexter.
Yeah. Of course, when you whisper omelette du fromage, of course, classic. I'm born on the internet too, so yeah.
Oh, before I continue with the conversation, I see someone asking me about the concert last night.
Yes, actually, I also want to ask you about that.
Yes. Okay, so for those who did not know, I went to the One Ok Rock or One Ok Rock concert. It was so good. I haven't, like, the last time I watched them was 3 years ago, and oh my god, the atmosphere, it was great. Like, because the venue at the One Ok Rock concert in my city, it's not like how it is in Japan where it's like huge, it's quite intimate, actually.
Oh, but it depends, right? It depends. In Japan, it can be very small. Like I think we talked about it. I saw a Mori Karaoke concert here in Japan, and oh boy, the venue was tiny.
Really?
Tiny. Yeah. It was really small. Yeah.
How would I paint the image of the venue it was? It's a pretty known venue that in my city from the 80s, and when you come in, you totally feel the 80s rockers like decor. The venue itself, it's of course one stage, the pit, and then a small balcony that wraps around the stage, left to right. But yeah, it's quite small. For those, I posted videos of them performing last night, and a lot of people thought like, wow, Riko, you were so close to them. No, it was my iPhone Zoom. It was that.
You cheated. I see.
Did I cheat? Did I?
I mean, I guess, but people who don't know, you know.
Oh, someone said.
I see, but how was the concert itself?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, the concert started 6:30 in the evening, and but the only criticism I have, it's not by the boys, is that okay, so One Ok Rock is signed under like their American or their Western audience is signed under Fueled by Ramen, so that label is known to take care of other bands like Paramore, stuff like that. And so what happens is for the North American tours, they try to do opening acts of their other not so well-known bands as opening acts for them. And the opening acts for the two bands that come up, it takes so long because it's like it starts at 6:30, but the boys actually performed at 9:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So I had to go through like, I don't want to be that mean, but it wasn't that great of music.
Well, you know, that is the kind of the point, right? Of the people they have at the start, they kind of want to plug them in, so you know sometimes. But, I get it.
Yeah.
But the show was great.
The show was amazing. The album that they were playing for those who doesn't know the name of the album, One Ok Rock came out with their recent album called, what's it called again? Oh, Luxury Disease. And I was reading a lot of like comments online of how they felt about the album, and I kind of agree with it too. The songs weren't as great as the other albums that was released, but One Ok Rock is one of those bands that you shouldn't underestimate their lives, because Taka's vocals live is way better in live form than CD form. And
interesting.
Yeah, it's way better. So like songs that I didn't really appreciate from the album, for example, I don't know if you listened to it, but there's a song called Neon, and Neon in the album didn't feel as like powerful. It didn't have that oomph to it. But interesting. But like live, oh my god, everyone was so hyped for it. We were headbanging all together.
Yeah, just like Meek said. He was like imagining you headbanging. Hey, that's cool, but you know what? Like, I think it's better that way, because there's a lot of artists that are actually better on CD than live. When that kind of sad when that happens. So at least that's good, I think.
Yes.
And go ahead.
Oh no. I was just saying that like I brought two of my friends to the concert with me. Oh. Yeah, and so it was interesting to see their reaction, because they've never been to a concert before.
Like ever?
Ever, yes. So I was able to witness their first concert going, and also their like they kind of knew One Ok Rock, but they're not as like a big of a fan like me. And so they were very impressed by it, and they're like, you know, Riko, next time if there's a artist that you want to watch live, invite us. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you know, I was thinking, talking about the show is kind of a good segue to the actual topic today, because I know One Ok Rock. I know a couple of their songs, but I'm not following them, and that's pretty much like my take with Japanese music. I know some song, I know some of the big name, but I'm not really following. And then if we apply that same logic, the idol world, like I've heard of like idol idol groups, you know, like you cannot like, how can I say, anime and kind of Japanese related stuff without knowing AKB 48, right? And Morning Musume is something that I've heard before, and actually quite funny. I stream Uma Musume.
Yes.
You know the game. Yeah. I don't know if chat knows. I know if the chat know the game, but or in the anime. But I streamed that on Twitch, not on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't like their music. But yeah, and I thought, as the funny older man uncle person that I am, that it would be funny to come up with a little name. And I was like, oh, what if I called it? Because I stream in the morning, like as I wake up in Japan. And I was like, what if I call it Morning Uma Musume? That's the name of my show. Yeah. So I was like, it's kind of a funny name. Some people were like, did you make a wordplay? I was like, yeah. But no one noticed. Yeah, but no one noticed it.
I didn't notice. Man.
But
I wish I did.
But the reality is, I actually don't know much about Morning Musume or idols on the, how can I say, in a higher level of knowledge, right? I know idols, and I know, like, because when you like VTubers, like especially commercial VTubers, not less than indies, right? There's a lot of comparison that is made with idols. So in that sense, and there's a lot of criticism and stuff like that. So I had to know a little bit more, but I feel like I don't know enough. And I think that when you told me I'm super into idols, I love Morning Musume, and I was like, how about we just like share and we geek out about stuff we love, and then you're like, oh yeah, I want to tell my viewers, and I want to tell you about me being a big idol nerd. So we came up with that idea. I hope you folks in chat enjoy also learning about idols, because I believe you said that you are related to like idol culture at some point. You said something like that, right?
I did. Yeah, and I will definitely talk about my experiences in the idol world later on. In the
I think that's super interesting.
Yes. So without further ado, should we start our lecture today?
I think so. I think we're pretty good at just chit-chatting. We pretty much did that for like already 20 minutes without realizing. But let's get on with it.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. さあ、じゃあ皆さん、それではスタート。Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kumae Sensei's classroom. I have would I say that you're a student? No, you're not a student. You'll be my.
I mean, you kind of made me a elementary school student on that thumbnail, so it's up to you. I am kind of forced. Like I'm surprised that you did not bring back the little elementary school hat in the class. But let's say, for sake of learning, that I am a idol student right now.
Okay, yeah, I thought about it. I was like, man, that was a missed opportunity to not bring the yellow hat in. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
And imagine like maybe like some of your fan, the Kumapan, I think the name of your fan, some of the Kumapan, they were like, oh, Riko with glasses, Megane Riko.
Yeah.
And then, where's Megane Riko right now? Like, I hope no one is like disappointed in chat.
Oh, let me do it right now because I was.
All right.
I was looking at like, okay, this is kind of silly right now, but I was looking at glasses earlier for the VTubing. Okay, but I only have sunglasses.
Doxing on screen.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oh,
it's fine. All right. Actually, Meek, it's pretty funny that you said teacher's assistant because I was an ALT You're actually a cool teacher with those.
I know, that's the best. That's the best one I can do so far.
I was an ALT in Japan before, so yeah. But no, I want to study today. I'm not an assistant. I'm an idol student.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's start. So, guys, look at how fancy I did. Only one slide for animation, so here you go.
All right, let's go. Let's see it. Oh, see it.
Janken! Oh my God, your girl brought word art into the mix. Yes, I know too. Okay, but that's the only animation I actually did for today's lecture. But yes, welcome to Idol Talk Morning Musume edition with Professor Riko Kumae.
Yeah, be careful. She's powerful with those glasses.
Yes. I kind of look like a Yakuza teacher, don't I?
Yeah, that's it.
じゃあ、行きます。So, the first thing is, who is Morning Musume? Yes. So for those who don't know Morning Musume has been in the idol game since 1997. Yes, welcome. No, not welcome back to the 2000s. Wow. Welcome back to the 90s, yo.
Oh, yeah, that was my jam.
Yeah, baby.
Back in the days. Let's go.
Sheesh. Anyway, so Morning Musume is like, how would I say this? Morning Musume is a very, very prominent idol group, even till this day. A very big idol group. Morning Musume came during, of course, 1997, the 90s, but this was during the time when Japan itself went through, how would I say it, a cultural boom, the first cultural boom in both economics, but also in the whole entertainment thing. That's when Miss Hello Kitty got very popular as well. But fun fact, yes, Morning Musume is the second highest overall single sales in Oricon female group. For those who don't know, Oricon, the Oricon charts. Yes, the Oricon charts is basically like the Billboard charts of Japan.
Oh. Yeah. For female group.
Yes, female group. Yes. So can you imagine, like, they've been in this game since the 90s and they still hold that title till this day.
Oh, they still do in 2022?
I believe the first now surpassing them is AKB48, but
of course.
But Morning Musume at one point was #1 in single sales for female group. Yes. So
I see.
yes. So how did Morning Musume form? So Morning Musume formed at... Okay, so what happened is, as you can see on my screen, you see that they did a competition called the Sharam Q Jose Roku Vocalist Audition for the TV show Asayan. Asayan back in the 90s was a very, very, very popular music show. You would kind of, in today's standards, we can probably say it's like music station for those who...
American Got Talent, kind of?
Yeah, kind of, but Asayan didn't strictly do like competitions of some sorts. Music, it's more like showcasing talent in general. So you know,
Right.
like,
And
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just realizing something.
Yes.
Asayan. Asa in Japanese mean morning.
Yeah.
Oh, are we getting somewhere here? Okay.
Yes. So what happened is Sharon Q is a rock band. So it's an actual like male rock band who is the singer is Sunku, and Sunku decided, okay, let's try to find a female vocalist to make a Sharon Q girl version of their band. So what happened was, in the picture, you see members of girls Nakazawa Yuko, Abe Natsumi, Ira Kaori, Fukura Asuka, and Ishiguro Aya. Those four were in the competition, but they lost.
Oh.
Yes. So they lost, but Sunku at the time was like, wow, wouldn't it be really interesting to make a idol group but using the losing members?
Huh.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
Yes. So what happened was, but there was a catch to it. So he asked the girls, hey, do you want to become idols? And all these girls were desperate, you know? They were like, you know, they really, really wanted to join. And member Nakazawa Yuko, she's the second member towards the right side. She was the oldest in the group at 20, I believe. Like exactly 20.
Idol tends to start young, right? Usually.
Yes. So she was like, this is my last shot to becoming a performer, a celebrity. And the youngest in the group at the time was Fukura Asuka, who is 13 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
That's Japan for you.
Oh.
That's not surprising in the Japan industry, right?
Taco, do you really want a pop quiz? I can give you a pop quiz after. Yes. So what happened was, Sunku said to the girls, hey, there's a catch to all of this. I have to be your producer, and whatever direction I deem fit to the group, you guys cannot question it. And then the girls were like, okay, I guess so. So Sunku made the name Morning Musume as their group name, and the girls hated it. They hated it, yes. And they were like, why the hell did you name us Morning Musume? And Morning Musume means morning daughter.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Musume means daughters, yeah.
And at first, Sunku is from Osaka. So he was thinking of actually calling them the Takoyaki sisters. Yeah, like it also in English too, like takoyaki shista, and then shista.
Oh, not even. Oh,
not even takoyaki shimai. No, takoyaki shista. So, but for some reason he was like, he was thinking out the names, and he was like, I want a name that is so unique that people are like, huh? That's a name for a group, but a name that is unique enough that has some charm to it. And so his reasoning was, well, morning is the time where people wake up, and morning is like kind of like the time of the day where like you want something warm in the morning, you know? So he was like, how about Morning Musume, morning daughter?
I see. And at the time, that producer, were they already successful?
Yes. So he was already successful for being the lead singer of Sharon Q.
Oh, Aki. Oh, right. He's from Sharon Q.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So, but Sunku said, but wait, hold up. There's another catch for your guys' debut. He said, you guys have to sell your indie single CD within 5 days. And it has to exceed more than 10,000 copies.
What the hell?
Yes. So,
Man, this industry, I know we're going to talk about it a bit more later, but I imagine they must have succeeded because they exist. So what's the... Wow, all right.
Yes. So, Meek has a question. Meek says, idols are usually trained to perform pretty much out of the crib, right? Not in this case. You're thinking about Korean idols. Japanese idols, the concept of it is usually they find their girls through auditions. So we're not going to be talking base about underground idols. That's a whole different entity, a different monster to tackle with. But,
it has a name, right?
Yes, but these are like produced like are you talking about underground idols or?
Yeah. I think in Japanese it has a term, the underground idol.
It's chika idoru.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, but we're going to talk about like mainstream idols. But
okay.
But essentially, girls who go through the more traditional route as an idol, they're not necessarily trained because the whole concept about idols in Japan is they're a diamond in a rough type of situation, and you want to see them get better through time and polish them until they actually become brilliant diamonds.
But this is part of the experience.
Yes, it is part of the experience.
Oh,
so
really? So the rough part that they have to go through is actually meant to be part of the whole idol experience?
So like when they first start, they are not exactly the most good looking type of people or girls.
My God.
So
I
like
just had a brainwave moment. So my oshi is suisei, right? Oshimachi suisei.
Yes.
And her catchphrase is "It's your diamond in the rough."
Yes.
Oshimachi suisei. And because her beginnings were really rough, and then oh my God, and then she always says that she's an idol. So it all comes back to what you just said.
And
I'm actually learning. I'm actually happy.
Yeah. So that's what I really like about VTubing too, because essentially VTubing it's about the same, right? You want to Yeah, especially for like indie VTubers, you want to, as fans, you want to see them grow to be more polished in streaming. Of course, scuff is along the way, but that's like the beauty of it, you know? Like they're like your girl next door type of situation, or So making trash music in the beginning is good. Would you say trash? No. Companies won't make the music trash. It's more like the girls' ability, you know?
Right. Not that the music is trash, just there's an experience.
Yes, as experience. So yes, the girls were able to sell 50 copies of their indie single. I know
a little bit less than what they asked for.
No, more, because they.
Oh wait.
They were starting for 10,000.
Oh wait, they did 50,000.
50,000 within 5 days. Isn't that crazy?
How? Do you know how? That's insane.
So
what is that?
So what they did was, so of course they made a TV program of it, but the girls had to go their own way to be on the streets to promote their single. They went to, all these different like venues, like for example, like I could be wrong. It's been a while. Yes.
5 days. Like I can't even do something proper of my life within 1 day, and they managed to pull that in 5 days. That's insane.
I know. So they
interesting.
So they went through all of that, and then Sunku was like, "It's time. it's time for you to do your major debut. So in the picture you see in the slide, it's Morning Coffee or Morning Coffee, and that was their debut CD cover single.
Right, it was the first single.
Yes. And then eventually they became so popular because they were like essentially the whole nation of Japan was rooting for these girls that the company that they were signed under, which is Upfront Entertainment, yes. They made their own idol branch called Hello Project.
Okay, I think I heard that name.
Yes.
I think I heard that name before.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, if I would compare it to Hololive, right? We have Cover Corp. But within Cover Corp, they have Hololive. And in Hololive, under the branch of Hololive, there's Holo JP, there's Holo Holo EN and Holo ID, stuff like that. Right. And then
there's also the branch for Holo Stars.
Yes. So essentially, Hello Project is like the umbrella of every idol group produced under under Upfront Entertainment.
Wow. So Hololive is actually directed just like in idol franchise.
Yes.
Insane. And what kind of a popular group is there under Hello Project?
Okay.
Do you know?
Yes, of course.
Of course, she said.
Of course, yes. Yeah, if you get into Morning Musume, chances are you're gonna get really deep into the whole community of Hello Project. So notable groups right now. Oh, let's say in the past there was this group called Kyuto.
Okay.
It's spelled as C-U-T-E, and then towards the end it's a symbol of the degrees.
Okay.
Yes, Kyuto. It's a play on words for like 9 degrees. Kyuto.
Right.
Yeah.
Kyuto. I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's Buono. Buono was did a lot of anime endings and openings. One notable one was for Inazuma 11, the soccer anime.
Oh yes. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, they did the ending for one of the seasons. Currently they have a group called Juice.
Juice. I think I've seen that name. I think I've seen that name.
And then they have Anjurumu.
Okay, Anjurumu.
Yeah, Anjurumu is I'm butchering it, but it's a play on words for the word angel and tears.
Yeah.
Yes, angel's tears.
Angel's tears. Yeah, they do love their wordplay in Japan.
Yes.
Everywhere, you cannot escape it. That's a bit of why I thought I would go for one myself with Janken Pomme.
Yeah. So.
I see.
Yes, and so but before they were Anjurumu, they were another group called Smileage.
Okay.
Anyways.
That sounds like Sledgehammer, but all right.
Yeah. Wow. But yes.
I don't know. That's the first thing that came in my mind.
No, it's funny. I've never heard of that before. But yes, they have 2 other groups called Beyonds, and the other group I forgot. But they're very new. They just came out like 6 months ago, type of thing.
I'm surprised. I think maybe chat is learning too, because I don't see a lot of people being like, "Oh yeah, I gotta know them" and stuff like that. But like, yeah, if you folks in chat, like, you're kind of like in the know, please share also the knowledge. Like, I'm curious about, like, Riko seems to be like the huge expert here. Like, man, you have answered for all my questions so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious, like, if y'all in chat like know about that stuff.
Yeah. Any questions from your guys' end that you're curious about? What I've talked so far. But yes, Hello Project is a very, very fun group.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna go to the next slide which is a continuation to Who is Morning Musume. But yes, so Morning Musume was the group that created the generation/graduation system in the idol scene.
Interesting.
So like, like how Hololive has like, first generation, second generation, third generation, and graduation. That was all.
But I believe that they're trying to move away from that. Like I remember when Holo X came out, they really tried to not say sixth generation. They go more with thematic, I think, now. But yes, they used to have like generation like 1, 2, 3. I see.
Yes, but yes, Sunku was the one who created the graduation and generation system because he wanted his idea. It was like a marketing ploy, right? The idea is that the group will never die because it's always bringing in new talent in, so it never feels boring to.
I see.
Because like usually when a group forms, eventually it will end, right? So
right.
So to prevent that, they did this system. And back in the early days, they would used to televise all the audition steps to trying to get into Morning Musume.
I just had a brain moment, but go ahead. I will share afterward.
Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of funny because they used to like show like the notable contenders like that could possibly join into the group. But what's funny about it is it was kind of like your show. Hello Project was showing their cards of who could join the group. And so what happened was those who lose to the auditions end up joining to other idol groups. So famous idols that failed Morning Musume's auditions, most of them ended up going to AKB48.
Actually, it's great that you mentioned them because that was part of like when I had my big brain moment. I just realized Hololive is managed like Morning Musume, and Niji Sanji is managed like AKB48.
Yes.
Because Niji Sanji is all about the big number, right? They have like a stupid amount of like VTubers. There's so many. I don't even know them all. And less about generation. Like sometimes there are new groups of newcomer. I've realized, especially EN does it, but yeah, I just had this moment. It's like, oh my god, this is why people can't get away from seeing them as idols because they are built the same way.
So. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because usually people who like a certain rival group stays loyal to the idol group, right?
Yeah.
So
that's all coming from the idol
world
mentality. The mind. Yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely surprised, but now that you say it in words like that, it makes like so much sense to me now.
Hi Keishin, thank you for coming. But yes, so like for example, if someone comes up to me and says, yes, my favorite idol is the AKB48 groups, so most likely in my mind I'm cringing. Like,
oh my god.
Yes.
You're part of the problem, Riko.
I know.
Riko's being toxic right here, everyone. What?
It's because like when I love someone, I go hard for them, But I've gotten better throughout the years. Before I was like, ew, AKB.
Ew. Like you go on Twitter and you're like, oh, you and your trash idol can go back home.
But I never like, of course, like put comments of that.
Okay.
Never. But in my mind,
not
I'm like,
that toxic.
No, I'm not that toxic. I'm toxic in my mind.
In your mind.
In my mind. Yes. So, like I said, Morning Musume has been in the game for a very long time, so they have racked up as currently 71 singles. That's crazy, isn't it? Like not many groups or singers in general in the same what's it called, that came out during the 90s have singles that are up to almost the hundreds, I feel like.
Right. Actually, I wouldn't know because I don't have any point of comparison. But
okay, let's see. Let's say Ayumi Hamasaki. Oops. Okay, let me go back to. Let me go 1 second. Okay, let's do a point of reference for Ayumi Hamasaki. Okay.
Okay.
She's
That's a singer.
Yeah, she is a singer. She's like one of the most like notable singers back in the 90s, and is still in the game now.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. You're such a music buff. Like, wow.
Yeah, I love music, especially Japanese music.
I see.
How many singles? Yes, so Ayumi Hamasaki, who came around the same time as Morning Musume, has 58 singles.
I see. All right.
Yes, but yeah, I would like to challenge you guys to look through that type of like stats to see like, oh, your favorite artist, how many singles have they released, and you'll realize how astronomical they have. Yeah.
Crazy. Hey, we have some new people in the chat.
Hello, Hunter. Nice to see you here. Thank you. We're doing a lecture about Morning Musume at the moment, so.
Yeah, and idols in general too. That's why we were comparing. Yeah. I see. Huh. All right. And you say, I think there was a name change from what I'm seeing on your slide?
Yes. So in 2013, Sunku. Okay, this is only one of the few times I will disagree on his decision on stuff.
Oh, it's one of the only times she will disagree on our favorite idol group, guys. Like,
yes.
Let's hear it. What's up? What do you disagree?
So So Sunku, the producer, was like, I think that Morning Musume is not, of course, they're not as popular as AKB48 and stuff, but like he thought, oh, it's time for them to have kind of like a new marketing change type of situation. Okay. And the reason why is because he went through, let's say, market research. He went through a market research type of thing.
Right.
And it turned out that a lot of people in the public thought that Morning Musume did not exist anymore.
Well, I mean, it's been so many years, it kind of makes sense. I can understand why people would think that.
Yeah. Yes. So his solution to changing it was starting from the year, well, he announced the change in 2013, but the name change was actually in effect exactly on the first New Year of Japan. And the idea was to put Morning Musume dash that year. So it'll be when it was the year 2014 New Year's, their name was Morning Musume 14.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So when every New Year's happens in Japan, they will change their name to according to that year. So currently, it's now Morning Musume 22.
Oh, it is still like that?
Yes.
I see, but I can understand why. I can understand why they did it though, because how do you keep people in the loop that like it's been more like what 30 years? Like you said, it started in 1997, so that's like 22 25 years. Like
Yeah.
after 25 years, you don't expect, right, them to be around. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the people were not aware they were a new generation, because I feel AKB48, they make a huge deal of switching members, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
morning and also AKB has like their yearly what's it called again? Sosenkyo, general elections.
Right.
Yes.
And this is a big event, right?
Mm-hmm, it's a very big event.
So people are probably more aware when there's changes, but maybe Morning Musume, the graduation were not like as big. I don't know. I have no idea here.
I think the idea was that Morning Musume went through. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my next point, so it'll make more sense. So
right.
Morning Musume, each era, we us fans will label it as a color era. So when Morning Musume was in their peak success, we called that the golden era.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then when after that, like, so when the more popular, like the Golden Girls, they graduated from the group, the girls that didn't have the same amount of oomph, the same amount of like
not as
fame.
Inspiring, not as I get
it. Their era was called the Platinum Era, and the reason why fans call it the Platinum Era was because we think that the songs that came out during that generation was the best generation.
I see.
But many people slept through that time, which is very unfortunate, actually. But currently, now, so during the Platinum Era, that was when AKB48 had their rise in fame.
Okay, yes. I see.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was just in the worldwide, the Japan society. Maybe it was it also idol peak at this? But I mean, if both peak at the same time, it looks like a peak for the idol industry in general.
Let's say out in a more analytical way. AKB came in with lots of gimmicks that Morning Musume didn't offer at the time. So, for example, so idols were like, when people think of idols, they think of like them being wholesome, say so, right? But
yeah.
AKB brought the element of sexiness.
Okay.
Sexy kawaii K, yeah. So also during the time, AKB also introduced the handshake ticketing system.
Yes, I have heard about that. Mm-hmm. So AKB48 came with that system?
Yes, they came up with that system.
I see.
So for those who don't know about the handshake ticketing system, is you can, with this ticket, you can go to the handshake event and to handshake your favorite idol. But to get that ticket, you have to buy multiple albums to see if that album has that ticket.
It was a literal ticket. Like,
yes.
So people buy more.
Correct. So people...
That sounds like so messed up.
I know, and then as a fan, that made me like, I was very bitter that when I learned about that plot, because I was like, man, it was like a gimmick, right? But it works. It actually works.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I see.
Like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
That is a great comparison. Amazing comparison.
And Neo also said, "You're telling me it's like a gacha." Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely gacha, right? Yeah.
The Japanese love their gacha.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, So just imagine their Oricon chart goes straight to the roof. And so of course that's why they have like one of the highest. So that's why they took over the Morning Musume ranking for most sold singles for Oricon chart. It's because of the ticketing system.
That's almost cheating.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's just like when you're an artist, right? And you're like, let's say you're very, very talented at singing, or music in general, and you have a fan base, but you don't have a fan base that just like wants to meet you, and they'll do like anything and they'll buy anything just to get to meet you. Like some people just enjoy the music.
Yeah.
And I feel that maybe the idol will like cater to like more of the how can I say, the parasocial like relationship. Oh, but yeah, that's why I felt like it's not cheating, because it's an incentive, right? But like someone, an artist that just wants to make amazing music, but they don't have that gimmick going,
Yes, so it's quite unfortunate, but with these tickets, right? You're only going to touch that idol's hand for just less than 5 seconds.
So are you telling me that the hand-holding jokes that I've been seeing for like, that were like seen as like very like unsay, so like, oh, they're touching, and is it coming from that or from somewhere else?
Yeah. It's from that, because like what people do, because of the whole ticketing system, right? They'll try to gather as many tickets as they can, because that ticket, you can just show the staff, I have another ticket, and you can just go back to the line. Yeah, so
wow.
So what happens is that, okay, so let's say you're going to see Suisei for the first time, right?
Right.
And you go, hi, my name is Janken, right? And that's it. That's enough time for you to say hello and shake her hand, right? And then you're like, oh, I have 5 more tickets. So you go back into the line, and then when you get back, you're like, do you remember me? I really admire your work, right? And then Suisei will remember you. And then so a lot of fans from the whole parasocial realm will be like, oh, she actually remembers me, So like that's a whole thing. But
as a Oshiomi, she said multiple times that she would never meet her fan, and she will never give us a mascot, and that we should like just accept it. So, but I like the comparison. Yeah.
But yes, but the whole handshaking thing, because that happened, a lot of other idol groups have adopted that, and so AKB was really smart into doing that, because they have so many girls, right? So those girls can be scattered throughout the country during handshake tours. So for example, like, let's say for Hololive, Suisei, Nene, and Botan goes to Hokkaido, right? And then the other girls go to the other prefectures. So you're so trying to fight for which handshaking event you're gonna go to.
And then I remember there was an event for the concert where okay, hear me out. I don't know if you're aware about that. For I think the third concert, they had a arrangement with, I think, which one? Is it the Asa Shimbun? I don't remember, but every prefecture had one Hololive talents, and if you live in that prefecture on that day, there would be like on the front page or a full page within the newspaper, there would be the talent, like a poster kind of the talent, but it was just in this area. So this marketing was probably inspired by what you just described to me with the hand holding event. Oh my god, like knowing so much more about Idol, like and we barely scratched the surface.
Yes.
It makes me realize, it really makes me realize why we talk so much about Idol when we talk about Hololive, and well, not only Hololive but VTubers in general.
Yeah. So
people would travel. That's what you want to say, right?
And so to make it more fun about these prefectural handshake events, usually the idol girls will do a raffle. So they will literally find the management will give them like a hat, and then they will have to raffle a piece of paper, and then with that piece of paper they'll find out which prefecture they're gonna be going to.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the whole spiel about handshaking events. But the scary part of handshaking events now, back in the day, there was incidents where it's sad, but like this one girl in AKB got stabbed by a crazy fan. Another incident was let's say a guy was doing naughty stuff and had naughty stuff under their hand.
Okay. I was like, the moment your silence started, I was like, she doesn't have to speak. I know exactly where this is going. And the more you spoke, I was like, she is going there.
Yes.
She is going there. Oh.
And so the girls would have no idea, but then when they held hands, they would, they would touch that. So it's like now security for that type of stuff is very, very, very tight, very strict now.
Of course, right. Wow. I think they have to clean teeth. They have to wash their hand or something like that.
Yeah. So
like before
they have like bag checks and stuff like that. So
right. I've heard, and maybe it's different like for big and small corporation in the idol world, but I've also heard that maybe they're not paid to do these handshake event. Like it's part of the contract and they just like,
I would imagine so. I would. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Or maybe it was just in the Chikairi world that is different.
I think this. Oh yes, you're going off with the Anime Man video, right? Joey. The anime,
yeah.
Yes.
I think that's where I've heard it actually. Now that you're mentioning it.
Yes. So, well, what's it called? Mainstream idols are paid way better, way better.
Okay.
But in terms of like money wise, I do not know. But,
okay.
But I do know that if they're from a big company, they're paid pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
And what I understand is, everyone has the same amount of pay, but the way that they make more money is if they have side gigs. So like if like a commercial wants to book them to do something, they will get more money from that.
Okay.
Oh, so
I get you.
Keisha said that they had to stop handshaking events due to the pandemic. Yes, they did. So
yes.
But to combat that, they did online meet and greets instead.
Meet and greet.
Yeah.
That's actually much better if you ask my opinion. Safer for everyone, easier, don't have to travel the whole country and that kind of stuff.
But it's not But it's not the same. You don't get to touch your idol's hand, right?
touch the Riko, touch the Janken.
Yeah. See, doesn't everybody want to give Janken a fist bump right now with that?
Yeah, of course. I keep like teasing everyone with my hand like midair. Like that, definitely. I'm asking for it.
Once your ticket's coming out, bro.
Yeah. You come in fist bump.
Yes. So, is touching uncle?
Yes, in the chat. Yeah, it's one of my viewers. Yes, touch the uncle.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes. So, yeah, basically. What I believe is for the meet and greets online, it's still timed, and they make their own apps for it. And to, of course, make money out of these online meet and greets, they buy tickets, right? And of course, you can't get the tickets on, like, how would you get tickets from your CDs, right? So instead, you can buy tickets that equate to how many minutes you get to talk to them. So I believe...
And now I just realized, when I bought Suisei's album, if you pre-ordered it, you could have a chance to get a signed postcard, but it was just like limited edition kind of thing. So I was just like, oh, it's also based on the same idea.
Yeah. So, so I believe I could be wrong, but I'm basing it off for AKB's sister group in Thailand called BNK48. How they did it, one ticket, I don't know how much it was, but one ticket equates to 10 seconds.
I see. So you're telling me Thailand also has idols? Like, I was not aware of that. That's interesting.
It's like it's like how Hololive. I think Hololive also got inspiration from AKB as well, because AKB, when they first came out with their first overseas sister group, it was Indonesia.
I see. I see. I also think that Niji Sanji is one of the first place they went for their expansion.
Yes. So the sister group in Indonesia for AKB is called JKT48 or Jakarta 48.
Yeah, Jakarta.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know, because I think it's a very Asia region kind of thing. So AKB like US doesn't exist as far as I know, but actually Neo just said something, right? He did mention, like, it's like, Hololive is just like AKB48. Back in the days, everyone knew about that clip. Any Hololive fan knew about that clip, and everyone was making fun of it.
But yes, Neo, just 10 seconds. It's crazy. But yes, currently, Morning Musume now has 16 generations, and so the current generation now is the colorful era, and the colorful era was the era that had to essentially make Morning Musume relevant again. And because, like I said earlier, Platinum era didn't do so well, because they were more catering to the old fans. So in the first time in, I believe, 6 years, they did their first audition for a new generation at the time. So
I see. When did they debut the latest?
The latest, the 16th generation that you're talking about? Actually, maybe 1 or 2 months ago.
Wow.
It's very recent. So, thankfully, the colorful era it was a really weird shift, because essentially they were bringing very, very new girls, because almost all the Platinum girls were graduating at the time. And so when they brought these new girls, it was essentially like they were starting all over again.
Okay. And
so they brought... the thing with Morning Musume, it's fun about it, is the whole... They don't have one genre of music. Their genre changes. So like they have like Indian inspired beats, or they have like Spanish beats of music, or like even French. Like it's like everywhere. So like, but
they
now
cover all their niche.
Yes, exactly. So now a lot of people like Morning Musume right now, because they have a lot of EDM inspired beats to their thing, and they brought the whole I forgot what the term for this dancing is, but it's coordinating dancing, meaning that like what they do is like depending on placement of each member, it's important, because if you look at them from an aerial view of them, they're making shapes the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's their gimmick at the moment.
I see. Aww.
Yeah. Okay, so enough with what is Morning Musume? Oh, actually, no. I think the next slide is to show how big the generation is.
Okay.
So do you see the red? The red?
Yeah.
So, the red is just showing like how early, like the ages of each person for each generation and so. But it's basically a timeline from how golden era to platinum era and to colorful generation. So you see all these girls in there. This is not actually the updated one, but you see all those words. Those are each member who was in Morning Musume at one point.
I see.
Oh. Yeah.
It's quite big.
It's very big.
Like I would need to zoom in because I gotta say there's a lot of info. On that. All right.
Next slide. We're gonna be talking about my fandom history from Morning Musume.
Exactly. I was like, when are we gonna learn about Riko? It's like we're talking about Morning Musume, but I'm sure me and chat are here like to know about like who do you like and who's your favorite generation and all of that jazz. All right, let's hear it.
So during my humble beginnings as an ignorant girl not knowing what Morning Musume was, my friend invited me to go to Anime Expo.
Okay.
And Anime Expo during that year was bringing talent from like musical talents. And she is a very big Morning Musume fan. And she was like, Riko, these girls are coming. You have to come watch them with me. And I was... How would I say this? I was a hater at first. A hater.
Hey, why?
Because I didn't understand the appeal of idols back in the day.
Right. So you were, I guess, like a lot of people's like, oh yeah, the idol, like it's exploitive. I mean, there is. Let's be honest. There's good and bad in everything.
Of course.
Yeah. But you are like no, I don't want to like touch that thing. It's just toxic. Blah 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 kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was like, why are these girls acting so fake? Like, like that type of thing. And I was like,
she was just jealous.
I was cringing at the time, right? But now I know it's from the heart.
It's from the heart.
I'm probably delusional.
Their sacrifice is for us. It comes from their soul, from their art, and
I'm probably like, delusional. I'm so delusional, but yes.
Aloo.
But yes, when I got into them, it was during the Platinum era. So they went to Anime Expo, and it was the first time they came to the United States to perform.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I was like, my friend was like telling me their crazy like music videos because like Morning Musume, what I like about them is how derpy they are. They have like sets that they were pirates at one point. There's one, it's like really random. But like I was like, what? These girls sound crazy. They're singing as pirates? What? Type of thing, right? And then I was hooked by the first song.
Wow.
In a concert. Because it didn't sound like a like at the time I was like, I heard only AKB songs, right? And it was kind of like the robotic like idol type of like thing. But Morning Musume was like, it wasn't like that. Their music was very unique, I would say. And so
I'll have to be honest. I have never, unless it was like within my knowledge, I have never heard a single song of either Morning Musume or AKB48. Unless, like I said, it was like without me knowing, like I heard it like if I go to the Konbini or some stuff like that. I have never.
Okay, well, if you ever went to karaoke with your Japanese friends, chances that you would hear this song a lot is Love Machine.
Love Machine.
Because
All right, this is the place where you take folks, people. Love Machine. Okay.
Yeah, Love Machine is the #1 sung karaoke that Japanese people sing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The song goes. Wait, sorry. Let me get the lyrics, okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All right.
Love Machine lyrics.
Love Machine. All right, Love Machine.
Let me turn off the. No, actually, it's fine. So, Love Machine lyrics is. I'm gonna butcher it, so don't. Okay, so it goes. 日本の未来は wow 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 世界で羨む yeah 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 恋をしようなじゃないか wow 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 dancing all the night. A lot of Hololive talents have sung this. Yes, in karaoke for their karaoke streams.
Oh, in the karaoke stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I type Love Machine Hololive, I want to see what comes out. Okay, Watame did sing that. Ah, Kiara also apparently sang that. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Interesting. Like, it's all around me and I have no idea.
Speaking of Kiara, she is a huge nerd of Holo Project.
Yes. I believe she also said herself, and I think she openly said so that she used to be an idol herself. So, yeah.
Hi, Type. He's saying hi to you too.
Yeah, Type. What's up? Nice to see you. I'm glad that you could make it.
Yeah.
You're actually learning really interesting stuff, like, and I'm making connection with like Hololive and VTubers, Niji-chanji, and also learning about Riko. Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I see.
Yeah, if I have any chance to talk about like music, I think I have a lot to offer with this type of stuff. But yes,
that's cool.
But yes, I got cooked by them, and I was like, man, if only I could watch them again. If only. So when I finished high school, I was living in Thailand at one point. So this is Riko during her Thailand arc.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So this is the Thailand arc. Okay.
The Thailand arc. So Thailand loves Japanese culture. Like anywhere you go, like say like malls, there's I would say 80% in like department stores have Japanese restaurants, and they're like famous Japanese restaurants from Japan too. So
I was told that Indonesia is a bit like that. Like
yes.
It's pretty big on the Jap. Interesting. But Thailand too, huh?
And the reason why there's a lot of Japanese culture, that one thing, of course, it's anime. Anime is really big in Thailand, but also there's a lot of Japanese expats to live in Japan as well, or in Thailand as well. So a lot of like companies, like Japanese companies, have branches in Thailand. So they will send a lot of their salarymen to move to Thailand.
I see.
Yes. The only thing I know about idols is pretty girls dancing and singing, haha. Yeah, if you watch earlier from my stream, I talk about a little bit about the history of it, and like, I think, there's a lot of connections to Hololive and the corporate VTubers, I would say.
Wow.
So like,
so people from Thailand are weebs, as
total weebs.
Just said.
Total weebs. Yeah, like like I would say like a lot of Thai people are like their first anime was probably Doraemon.
Interesting. Actually, that's in even back like in Canada, even back in Quebec, where I'm from. We had anime that were translated in French back in the days. Like, do you know Demetan? That's like that's old. That's like very old. Demetan.
How do I spell it?
Demetan.
Demetan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
It's like the frog, right? The
Yes.
boy frog. Yeah, that crap was like the most depressing stuff you could make a child watch, but it was still like on our screen. But holy lord, like that thing is depressive, and we had a lot of depressive anime. But you say that Doraemon also hit Thailand.
Yes, it was Doraemon. There was also Crayon Shin-chan.
Oh, yeah, Crayon Shin-chan. Yeah.
This really old, I don't know if you know this, but it's called Ikkyu-san. It's like this monk. It's an anime based on a real monk in Japan called Ikkyu-san, and it's following his adventures as a child, and it's one of those like animes where it's like, oh, if you do this, there's consequences, right?
I think I've seen it, like the image, like I remember. Also, to answer your question, type, oui, totalement. Je suis un Français. Yes, I am totally French Canadian.
What?
Oh, and I see Ken in the chat too.
Wait, you're French Canadian? I thought you're like full on French.
No.
So
Wait. Full. I am full on French. I'm just not full on French from France.
I thought you were from Paris.
Paris?
Paris.
No.
Yes. So, another show that a lot of Thai kids grew up on that's not anime is like the Super Sentai series.
Yeah. We had the Power Ranger back in North America. Yeah.
And then Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider, and then we also have Ultraman.
Oh, Ultraman, of course. Okay. So, and even as this day, is Thailand still like heavy on the Japanese imported show?
Yes, of course.
Aww.
Yeah.
All right, so big influence.
Very big influence. So anime is really big in Thailand. Manga as well. Yes, manga in Thailand is so cheap. Even cheaper than manga in Japan, actually. The reason why is because the paper that they use is way lower quality, but then their translations of things, and it's licensed translations too. It's very, very, very like fast too. I would say a volume for Japanese manga but translated in Thai is around 300 yen.
$30?
No, $30.
Is that somebody? Yeah, $30. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
No.
It's actually even in Canada, they were like minimum $20.
No, not $30. You're thinking of Sanzen yen, right?
I have to think in yen. Oh.
So it would be 300 yen. So around $3.
Oh, $3. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking in yeah, okay. Oh, okay, that is super cheap then.
Very cheap.
Okay, yeah, no, in back in Canada, like that stuff is like $20. It's like super expensive.
No.
To buy manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, 300 yen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say Japanese media is very, very, very like what's it called again? Accessible. There you go. The word accessible.
Yeah, and prominent.
And prominent, yes. So because of that, in Bangkok, the capital of Thailand, has a lot of Japanese related events. So they have Japan Fest and Japan Expo, and they always bring people from Japan to come. And these events are free.
I see.
So, a lot of idols or well-known Japanese people will come and do mini concerts at Japan or Japan Fest in Japan Expo or Japan Fest in Bangkok. So I was able to watch, if you see the girl with the microphone, she is Takahashi Ai, who's from Morning Musume from the Platinum era. And she performed, so by that point, she already graduated from Morning Musume, probably like 3 years by that point. But yes, I got to watch her for free.
I see. And then it further like put you into being a fan, I guess.
Yeah, it made me got so because I was in Asia, it was so much easier to get things like CDs, go to other events and stuff like that. So every year I would feel very like lucky, fortunate to go. So like artists that like normally I wouldn't see back in the States would perform always in Asia first because it's way closer to Japan. So One Ok Rock came before they got famous in the States. We had Kyary Pamu Pamu. We had X Japan come at one point. Like all these like very prominent like Japanese talents would come to Thailand. So that's why I was like,
So it put you further into the fandom.
Of course.
I see.
Then we're gonna yes, go on.
No. And then Japan.
Yes, in Japan. So later on, a lot of you guys know I lived in Japan at one point as an exchange student for a year, and I was like, man, I gotta make my year in Japan worth it, right? So
experience all the things.
So I joined the Hello Project fan club membership. And yes, and so for those who don't know about like how membership works in Japan, any artist that you know of most likely has a membership of some sorts. And these memberships, the perks are you're able to have dibs on the different events that will happen in like concerts, mini birthday events, stuff like that. Like you have to, you'll be able to go to events that usually it's very hard to get unless you have to go by resale value. And so I believe at the time, I have a picture in the next slide of how much it was, the tickets. It'll say the actual price on it, but essentially tickets in I don't think tickets like concert tickets are that expensive in Japan. Like so nani takaku nai yo. Like
well, I was also surprised how Mori Kariope's ticket were not that expensive for the amount like of song that she performed. Yeah.
Yes. So so what happens is, of course, there's like the whaling, you know, like some people will buy all the tickets as best as you can so they can do resale tickets. And
always.
Most likely when you buy resale, from my experience, I could be wrong now, but back in the day, when you want to buy resale tickets, you can't exactly choose the seats you want to sit at. So what happens at these stores is they'll be like, okay, we have tickets for Morning Musume's concert, and they'll have different ranges of prices. I see. And these different ranges of prices, you cannot see what that ticket has in the seats. Like you don't see the seat numbers at all. You only know that equating to that seat ticket is most likely you're going to be in the front. Hands down. You're going to be in the front. You're going to be guaranteed front row tickets. But you don't know where in the front row tickets you're going to be sitting at.
Right.
So all these different ranges will, like, let's say a ticket usually costs like goes in $50, right? And the resale ticket will probably start from $70 or $70, so like 7,000 yen ish, and it'll range up to the $1,000 range.
Wow.
Yeah, but that only depends on the different events. So like, for example, if it was like a regular tour, then maybe the demand isn't that high. But in the idol world, usually the events that are more like, that has a more of a, what's that word called again? A demand for?
Demand, yeah.
The more demand for, it's usually graduation concerts.
Of course, because it's the last time. But
yes.
I have a question concerning that. For any All Alive concert, what I've noticed, it's all lottery ticket. Like you have to win your.
Yes.
So you cannot whale that. Is it like this now for idols, or still the whale tickets?
Yeah.
Are you aware?
So if you're not, usually, I don't know if for Hololive, but like. But for Hello Project and other AKB groups or just idols in general, the membership, it's still a lottery, but the way you have dibs for that lottery is way easier than for lottery if you were going to Lawson's to buy it at a kiosk.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's another layer to this. So if you're not a fan club member, then usually there's a line in Lawson's for the kiosk is to see if you have the chance to get a ticket.
Wow.
So,
Now the more we talk about it, the more my brain is like, that's a cult.
Yeah, it's so like, honestly, it's quite tiring to be a fan club of anything in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the fun, though, right? Part of the fun.
I mean, it depends on how much you want to invest, right, into that hobby. If you you're just like, I don't have a lot of time for that. I just, want to see a concert, but then just like, oh, it's like super hard, like to see tickets, and I have to. It seems you have to invest yourself a lot.
Oh, of course, of course.
I guess it makes sense for VTubers too, like catching them live, and then when they do concert like at certain time, if you're like very busy in life, a lot of people are just like, I cannot enjoy as much. So
yeah. So the thing with like membership things is like, I believe my membership for the whole year was probably $60 or so for the whole year. And even if you have a membership to that type of stuff, it doesn't guarantee you that you will get a ticket as well.
Wow. So you could pay for your membership. What comes with the membership outside of having more chance to get tickets?
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
What else? Like when you're part of the fan club members, outside of like getting dibs like on tickets, like what do you get out of it?
You get dibs on merch. You also get dibs on events that are not open to the public. For example, birthday events, or they sometimes have bus tours where the idol is going to be your tour guide and you're in the bus with them. Stuff like that.
Wow. So basically, it's a membership that doesn't come with any advantages straight up. It just gives you more chance on buying more stuff.
Yeah,
basically.
Kind of. And you also have like newsletters too of like things are gonna happen, and a fancy card too.
Ooh, $60 fancy card. Sign me up right now.
Yeah.
And no, Heavy, it doesn't come with a sandwich.
No, it does not come with a sandwich.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
But you did get in the membership, and from what I'm seeing from your slide, you did get lucky for some stuff.
Yes. So the first concert I went to was the My Vision concert, which was the Aki tour, meaning the autumn tour for Morning Musume. I actually bought the tickets through a resale store in Harajuku. I went through like all these like different forums, like how do I get a ticket for these concerts, right? And luckily I went to watch the first concert of the whole tour too, and I believe I bought an $80 ticket. So it was and my seats wasn't front row, but it was around like maybe row 5-ish. So it was a pretty good view still. And I would read on these forums that like how does one get into the membership program, and a lot of the gaijin at the time were saying like, oh, there usually is a booth at the venue and you can sign up through there.
I see.
And like my Japanese wasn't that great at the time. So you know, this baka gaijin comes in and it's like, すみません、メンバーシップを欲しいです。どうやって Yeah, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. My level of current Japanese.
Yeah, so so it was kind of funny because like I was so excited to, you know, join the membership, but I didn't even know how to write my own address at the time. Like I of course knew how to write it in English, but in kanji I didn't know how to do it. Like I should have like typed it, like printed it out beforehand and then show it to the person. And then I was like, and then I remember like, oh yeah, my ID had it, so I was like, "This is my ID. Can you just copy it?" I don't know how to write it in kanji, so
nice.
Yeah, so the lady was really nice into doing it. ¿Hablan español? No hablan español.
No, me neither. French, English, and a little bit of Japanese.
No se puede. But yes, so it was very nice. I would always get very excited seeing like newsletters. Like I would have something to look forward to in my mailbox. I'd be like, wow, a new single's gonna come out. Someone's birthday is gonna come. Stuff like that.
When you're a fan, you know, like I think like okay. I was a bit harsh maybe on how it's expensive and you're not sure to get something, but you know, it's that's fun, I guess.
Yeah, I think like, and then also my mentality at the time was like, go big or go home, you know? So like I wanted to like get the full experience as a fan of some sort.
And from what I'm seeing, you went to 3 other concerts after that.
Yes. So I went to the Inspiration Concert Tour Haru, so the spring concert. And I went to Takahashi Ai and Tanaka Reina's concert, which a lot of things like these type of mini concerts, they'll do special concerts for like members that graduated too in the Hello Project bubble, or and usually it's like they will do couplings of like, oh, sometimes, you know, like fandoms always have pairings for stuff, you know, like with
like, of course, like
what's it called, Callie and Kiara's pairing, like like they will, of course, the company will always do a
Okakoro is a big one. Kon Janken. That actually sounds cute.
Yeah, it is really cute. Irashai Ken Sensei. Welcome to my lecture. But yes, I like I said, these are like events that you are usually never open to the public, and if the public who does get into these events, chances are they're getting tickets through the black market.
I see. Wow. Okay, interesting. So that membership is kind of needed then.
Yes, it is needed.
Huh.
And if I do remember, so sometimes,
Ken Sensei just finished working, and my brain went, "Otsukaresama desu."
Yeah, お疲れ様です. Yes, he's a Japanese teacher in Thailand. Ken Sensei.
Sugoi.
Yeah, Sensei is also a bengoshi, a lawyer too in Japan, in Thailand.
Sugoi.
He's very, very talented. But most of his streams he does is he'll play Japanese games and he'll translate in Thai and like teach and actually make it into a lesson.
いいね。
そうね.
Nice.
He said in Thai and ting tong, which means kind of like crazy.
I see, and crazy.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool.
Yes, but what was I saying? Yes, so in the system for the membership as well, if I do remember this correctly, sometimes they'll have like a petty gacha.
Petty gacha?
Petty gacha. So like, meaning like, say you don't get the event you wanted, they'll give you the other options that you might be able to win.
It's a pity system.
It's pity system, yes.
Just like gacha. Holy Lord, that's actually real gacha. The gacha culture in this country, I swear, is like deeply rooted. Wow.
People like gambling so much, right?
Well, actually, that's the thing, is because there's no actual gambling in Japan, but it's all like in other forms, right?
Other forms.
Yeah. And what happens when you get that pity gacha?
Then you get to go to the event. That's it.
Yeah. I see.
So if you don't get the one you wanted, then you probably get the other ones you wanted.
Okay.
Yes. So now we're gonna move on to pictures of examples of when I went to the concerts back in the day.
But yeah, okay. But I have a question. Unless it's further.
Of course.
You told us like how like you got more and more into it, but you never told us about favorites.
Oh, favorites in my idol favorites in
Idol generation. Song.
Okay. So my favorite era of Morning Musume
Take notes.
is the Platinum era.
Platinum era. So the one that you were introduced to.
Correct. Because the songs back in Platinum era was like, it was moody, it was angsty, like heart-wrenching type of songs, which I really liked.
Everyone look at that emo bear right here.
Emo bear. That's right. Me like head banging to everything. But yes, it was because in the golden era, a lot of the music was, as much as I love the golden era music, it was very childish. Yeah, very ditzy, childish music and stuff like that. So it was like Morning Musume was going to the direction where it was mature, like
mature is a good word.
Mature, and during the time of Platinum era, the average age of the girls during the time was they were in their early 20s.
I see.
Yeah. So like and also like those girls were part of the golden era too at one point, and so it was interesting to see how much their voices have matured throughout the years as well.
Right.
Another thing I forgot to say earlier in the presentation was Morning Musume, like when I say that they were popular, like they were number one in Japan, I mean they were number one. It was to the point where they had their own TV show. They were in commercials and stuff like that. And so they brought the concept to viewers or fans of, because usually, okay, if we go back to like Showa idols or stuff like that, like a lot of them are like the cookie cutter idols, like they're just singing and that's pretty much it. You don't know much of their personalities and stuff. But like for Morning Musume, they actually had personalities, so much personalities in fact that people around Japan would know their personality. And because the reason why they got famous was along with another show that doesn't exist anymore. It was called Utabang. And Utabang had the host, one of them, I forgot his name, but he's a comedian, and then another person was what's his name? He's from SMAP. A really big...
Oh, SMAP. Yes. I know this name.
Let's see. SMAP.
Yeah, SMAP is probably the biggest music thing in Japan.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, back in the days, yeah.
Yeah, Nakai-san. Nakai-san was
I see.
Yeah, Nakai-san was also a host in the thing, but these girls people fell in love with these girls because the two hosts would just bully them, like fun bullyingness, right? So
right.
For example, Ira Kaori, who's from the first generation, she's so tall. She's like one of the most tallest members during that time, and they would say like the dancing back in the day was really funny. So there was a move where she kind of did a move where it kind of looked like she was doing baseball of some sorts, and the comedian and Nakai-san would make fun of her, and they would give her a nickname called Johnson. Like
Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson meaning like they were referring to like a baseball player.
Right.
So imagine that, like everywhere in Japan would refer her as Johnson.
I see.
It was like that big back in the day. So like, yes, Morning Musume brought like personality into the idol world.
I see.
And that's how another thing with AKB really profited from the whole personality trait too, because eventually they had like their own TV show too. But with their Seoul Senkyo, which your general elections, it's essentially, for those who don't know, it's their popularity contest. This popularity contest will have girls like maybe like more than 100 girls fighting to get number one, and the top 7 people who wins in this competition, they call it the Kami 7, God 7 members, and they will be guaranteed a single of a song for the next single. So Oh, welcome back, Type. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so for AKB, they would try to profit their personality, and so the more obscure things, the more silly things they do, people will fall in love with them. Yeah,
I see.
And also they had their own theater, the AKB theater. So
I've heard. Yeah.
So that's how like people really got into it as well. But yes.
And next, I want to know who's your favorite.
Oh, it's so hard. Okay.
You have to choose. You have to.
I have to choose.
You have to choose.
So net. Okay, so from Platinum era.
Okay.
Oh
my god, I can feel like all of the idol nerdness coming out from you, and just like the torn, like if I commit to this, I have to go full on. It's like an important choice. It's just not any choice. It's like it makes me like publicly fan of this person, and I cannot choose another one.
Yeah, もう選べない。あ、痛いよ。So like what I usually say is Nigaki Risa from the Platinum era. But I also like Takahashi Ai, who's also from the same generation. And I've also seen Takahashi Ai the most out of all the Morning Musume members.
Yeah, from what we saw earlier, right?
Yeah, because I saw I only seen Nigaki Risa twice. First was in the AX concert, and the second was her birthday event.
I see.
But Ai-jang, I've seen her maybe like 5 times already.
Wow.
Yes. So I would like to say now as for late is probably Takahashi Ai-san, which I cannot complain. I really love the two, because in the fandom they're known to be their pairing name is Aigaki. So
Okay.
Haigaki. Because another thing I really liked about Nigaki Risa back in the day, she was the youngest member in the group at the time. But one of the reasons why I really liked her was they had this this TV special called the Bakajo test, and the Bakajo test is how it sounds like it, to see who is the most stupid member in the group.
Wow.
Yes.
Brutal.
It was brutal, but it was the funniest thing ever. And so what made me fall in love with Nigaki Risa at the time was she was trying to answer the test so what happens in the show is that essentially they're doing like a whole standardized test type of thing, right? They're going through like a 3-hour test with all these different subjects like math, geography, anything, science. And so what happens in the show is that they'll call out the girls who have the most ridiculous answers to the questions. And Gaki-san was
Wait, is it the Gaki?
The Gaki? What do you mean? The Gaki?
Yeah, there was someone who's named Gaki. I believe that Kanata was talking about Gaki. Was it? Sorry, I just had the brain.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's Aragaki. No.
Yes.
No, this is a different person.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Nigaki, what's funny about Nigaki was that like, since she was the youngest in the group and she has the word Gaki in her name, it's like, for those who don't know, Gaki means like child or rascal or something like that.
If you're into like VTubers, you probably heard the term Kusogaki, which would be like a shitty brat.
Brat, yes. So so her nickname now for Nigaki-san is Gaki-san.
I see.
So so the answer she did really horrible at was a geography question, and it was like, what is the capital of China? What is the capital of France? And what is the capital of America, right? And she responds as China, Champongchang. France, Jemmapel. And then for America was ha he hoo he ho.
Wow.
And mind you, she was only like 12 at the time.
Was she trolling?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't trolling. She was only 12 at the time. So I was just like, you know what? I love her so much, and her face was like, oh no, you're really going
Poor
to like
child.
Yeah. Oh, let me find the video of it. It's so funny.
But it's so crazy that the more you're teaching me about this idol world, I'm like, holy, so many content made by Hololive and Niji-sanji, and it's that kind of content that you're telling me about, and I'm like, they literally inspired. Like, I remember, I think it's Pecora, she did like this geography test, and she was like terrible. So like a lot of the inspiration straight up comes right from this source.
Yeah. Japan really focuses more on their education. Like, you must know about Japan, right? But they don't really.
If you want to talk about Japan education, like, it's another topic that I can talk about. But yeah.
Oh, I can't find it, but it was so funny. It's just like this girl who looks defeated, and she's like, "Really? Now you're gonna call me out on this?" And And so like they're so sometimes they're like Gaki-san, and then people say champong-chang to her and stuff like that. It's really cute. But yes, I would like to explain to you guys about the different pictures in the slides. So in the first slide right here is, the first picture that I'm showing right here is the ticket for the first concert that I went to, was the My Vision concert. Bottom here was the entrance to Nihon Bukodan. Budokan. Do you know what that is?
Oh, it's one of the most famous idol place, no?
Yes, Budokan is, in idol culture, is the place.
It's like if you go there, you made it.
Yeah, you made it. And the reason why is Budokan is very like important into the, like, not just for idol culture, but in Japan, Japanese people, because they hold like the most prestigious events there. For example, for example, like karate championships, or like sometimes they do sumo over there, or like it's just, you have to have like the, how would I say it? You just have to have so much significance for you to actually be able to do something in there, type of thing.
I think that's some talent in the VTuber world in Japan. Their life goal, like, have like, I want to perform at Budokan.
Yes, and Budokan is, if we compare to the other arenas in Japan, it's in today's standards, it's quite small now. Because if you choose like if you compare it to like the Saitama Super Arena, that one's like fields and fields of like so big, right? But it's like, but for idols, it's like a lot of people will say like, why is Budokan so revered? It's just like a goal that everybody wants to get to one point.
It's a symbol.
Yes. And then, of course, you see right here is my light stick. It's an official Morning Musume light stick. So
I have my official Hololive light stick that I'm also pretty proud of.
Yes. And it's like, what's so great about the light sticks is that, of course, you can change colors to the members that you want to cheer for. So, of course, different colors, meaning to different people that who are your oshi.
Right. Yeah, and as Hello just said, like in the chat, I see myself a bit of a collector too. So I see my my pen light as it's a bit of a part of a collection, you know, like and it has history, right?
Yes, and
is this a knee reveal?
Oh. Yeah.
Is this a knee? Oh boy.
Oh,
knee reveal.
And hand reveal too. Oh my god.
And a hand reveal. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, if you see the next one, you're gonna see more you too. So oh my god. But anyways, yes. What's so great about the whole light stick culture, if you say, for idols, of course, like in idol groups, different girls will of course graduate, and so they will always have like an updated colors scheme.
Of course you have to buy the new one that has the correct color patterns in it.
One fee? Oh, you gotta pay for that. Just kidding.
Pay to feed.
Pay the fee. But yes.
Pay to feed.
But yes, but you know, I think Japan is really lacking their pen light game now, because I don't know if you know the whole K-pop scene with pen lights.
I don't know, but I know that in Hololive, in the latest concert, they had like the pen light was actually shaped and there was like text on it, and it was like kind of more roundish, bigger. Do they have kind of the same? Is that where you're going with that?
So kind of. So like for in Korea, they have like, say, do you know the group Twice?
I do not.
Okay, well they have this light stick called the Candy Bong, and
Okay.
their logo is a lollipop. So they made their pen light a lollipop shape.
Okay, so that's a bit like what I was thinking with what I've seen like in Cali's concert, and I think the latest was Okayu. Like they have these kind of shaped pen light now.
Yeah, and so
I see.
And it's more advanced too, because now in Korea in concerts you can download an app, and then when you go to the venue, there's gonna be a booth where you can sync your app to the concert. So while the concert's happening, your pen light is changing colors, and it's going to
automatically,
and it will follow the beat of the song.
And it will follow the beat of the sound.
Correct.
Wow, technology.
Yes. So for example, if it's like let's say in a concert, they want a heart in the middle of the middle row, then those people who are sitting there will form a heart instantly.
So let's say there was like a drone that would like take the shot like of the crowd, or a crane or something, looking at the crowd would make a heart because they know like the people location.
Yes.
Whoa.
So you would tell like, okay, today my seat will be at A14, and then the person at the booth will be like, okay, your pen light is now synchronized to our system, A14.
Dang.
So
that was not like that when I went, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so Japan's very lacking in their pen light technology at the moment.
That's another topic. Japanic technology, is it actually advanced or not?
Yes, we can probably talk about that later too. Yes. Okay, now the full reveal. So
full reveal. Let's go.
So the next slide, we're going to be talking about my experience in the idol world. I've talked to this a lot already. Cha-chang! Yes. So I used to be somewhat of an idol of some sorts.
So
how
much does your viewer know about this? Is this all new?
They know a lot of the stories.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So back in the day,
sorry, I was just reading type. It was like better step up their game, but I read Janken better step up his game, as if like I should become an idol too, since you are. But he said Japan.
Yeah. So back when I was still studying in Japan, I joined the idol copy dance scene, and then the university idol community was very big. Like we had this thing called Uni Idol, and Uni Idol is a idol copy dance competition, but people who go to it are actual, like, you know, like how there's like an otaku for everything. There's an otaku for Uni Idol.
Of course, otaku for everything.
Yeah. So so we had our own fan base of people that would always go to our events. So notable events that I would do was like I did an event for the 100th anniversary for a park at one point. We also did, of course, school festivals too. We did like shopping, shotenkai, or it's like the shopping district,
like a mall,
mall type of thing.
Yes. The, how do we call that? The covered shopping alleys, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck? The way you back in the day. Stop making me sound that old.
I kept waiting for you to take a break. I was like, Riko, I don't want to throw any shade, but I think chat is calling you a grandma right now.
Well, the thing with idol culture, is Once an idol, always an idol. Idol has no age, so
forever idol.
forever
I see.
idol.
So even back in the day, but still the day today.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes. So like yeah, you see this picture. It's like my promotional picture too. This is one of the concerts. We were dancing to Wanito Shampoo, which is a song by Momo Iro Clover's Z.
Okay.
Yeah, this is me being silly backstage. Costume wise, this was another event. I forgot what it was, but we had a very like AKB type of aesthetic uniform too.
I see.
Riko Obasan.
That's it. That's it. It's starting.
Obasan ga iimasu ka?
Hello, chat. This is now a old person chat. Hi. Back in the days, I remember when Riko was a cute idol. I heard that even today she is still pretty cute, but oh lord, back in the day, I tell you, the memories. Anyway.
Being bullied. So ne. Finally, old people's stream.
There we go. Content they wanted.
What is this slander, huh? TS. What is this slander? You might not know. Janken, even though he promotes himself as a uncle, you don't know if he's actually an uncle.
Oh, what? What are you?
It's conspiracy theory.
This stream is starting like to take like it's the meme where we're turning like with the car like going straight into bully instead of talking about idol. Wow. Doubting my status of uncle.
Masaka.
What?
well, when I say back in the day, this was like 4 years ago, so I guess it is. Yeah.
So.
Oh yes, these pictures were from 20 years ago, guys. 20 years ago.
I can see the vintage. I can see the vintage in the picture.
Do you see the sepia?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I see like.
Yeah, more.
All right, and how you did that within the year you were in Japan, correct?
Yes, it was fun, but also very, very hard.
More than hard, I feel you.
Yes.
You seem to have feelings about it.
Yeah, because like I went in thinking like, oh yeah, because like I have a dancing background.
Okay.
I am a Thai classical dancer.
Okay.
I was
a Thai
classical dancer.
Classical. Oh.
Yes. So like like traditional dancing.
Wow, you're just like Kanata.
Oh yeah, because she did Nihon Buyo, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I also joined the Nihon Buyo back when I was in Japan, but I didn't do it as long compared to
the Sarambushi, right? The song.
No, not Sarambushi, because Sarambushi is more like the yosha type of thing, right?
Yeah, but that's what she did. That's what she did for our debut, right?
Yeah, but I didn't do Sarambushi. I did Nihon Buyo, which is like like the Sakura. Sakura, my yeah. I did like geisha dancing.
Yeah. Wow, we learned so much on this stream. I love it. That's great.
Yeah. So, but I didn't do it as long as the Idol Club because, the Idol Club was more time consuming, and so I kind of felt like I was like just sucked in type of thing. And like in Japan, like especially in university culture type of thing, when you like, especially for gaijin, it's very, very difficult to make friends, like Japanese friends, for real,
Yes.
for real.
It is difficult for any gaijin to make
It's
friends.
so hard. Like I would stress you, so hard to the audience. It's like essentially before you go to Japan, you kind of have like a bright eye type of like, you know, kind of like naive. You're like, yeah, I want to make so much Japanese friends. Yeah, right? But no, it's like you have to work. You have to be proactive in making friends in Japan, because a lot of Japanese people are very like closed off.
Well, the idea of making friends in Japan is culturally different
Of
than
course.
a lot of other places in the world. Like
Yeah.
once you're out of school or you're about to be out of school, it's just like circles, right?
Yes.
So it's more like your work and your work circle, your work, the coworker becomes your friend because you have to stay within your current circle, that is your work circle, and maybe you will stay in touch with like your friend from back in the day, but making new friend is especially difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Keishin was talking about making friends with Japanese people in the countryside of the Inaka.
It's not
But
impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, Inaka is not really. I feel like. Okay, Inaka people there are way nicer. So it's like
I have heard.
Yeah, so it's I can totally relate, because when I went to like travel around Japan, a lot of Inaka people will most likely come and are curious about you, or like, oh, where are you from, stuff like that. But if you're in a major city, oh, forget about it.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Shia Triani. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, but it's so difficult to like make friends. So my idea at the time was, okay, if I really do want to make meaningful friendships like with Japanese people, so I was like, a circle it is, a club it is, right? So
okay.
yeah, but
yeah, this was not for, you did not make any money out of this. It was just like everything for fun, right?
no. This was all for like love of idol culture and stuff like that.
Right.
Yes. So I would say I of course I made friends. Like I still talk to a lot of the members now, but like it took me a while to build that friendship up and stuff like that. And like it's hard because Japanese people are very majime, right? Very how do I say it? They're very earnest with almost anything they do and stuff like that. Serious, majime, serious. So like so when it's hard, because like for me, right, as a trained classical dancer in like Thai dancing, yes, I practice a lot, but like I knew when to take breaks and stuff. But like in Japan, it was like it kind of felt like they were grinding you very, very hard. And like my mentality is like with Thai dancing, like I did events that I actually got paid and stuff, but like, you know, that's like training, but like you're having fun, but you're gaining experience type of thing. But with like Japanese people are very, very perfectionist, you know? So like when I was in the thing, I was like, man, they're so serious. And like, they think about like relationships, right? So relationships with their fans, relationships within the group and stuff like that. And so my life in Japan was like very consumed in this circle. Like you would have to go to group outings and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing with the circle, is that once you're into that circle, you have to do what the circle does.
Oh, my type says, did any one of them become official idols?
Oh yeah, that's a great question actually.
Because we were in university, it's quite hard to debut as an idol.
But afterward, are you aware?
They were actually. There was one person during the time who worked at an idol cafe that was known to. So the idea is called I believe the cafe was called Akiba Backstage, and
Okay.
Akiba Backstage, all the servers were the idols, but through popularity, if you're really popular, then you will be featured in the next single.
I see.
Yes. So I had two of my friends who were in Akiba Backstage, but I actually have a friend now who is a real idol, but
Okay.
not. She's in the sister group in the Thai AKB group.
Yeah, because that's a thing that you did not even like go a lot about, is that they're like, how can I say? There's trees, right? Like coming from AKB48, there's like lower level and then that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. But yeah, fun fact, I was actually thinking of auditioning for the BNK48 auditions at the time, but the timing was really bad because I was going to Japan. So who knows? I might have gotten in or might have not gotten in, but it would have been a really interesting like experience if I was able to at least audition once, right?
Yeah.
But yes, my friend now, she's more like a kohai to me in school. But
Okay.
I can't really say who it is because I'll tell you after the stream, Janken. But like, but yes, let's just say she's a very prominent member, like a frontliner in the BNK.
Okay.
community.
Okay. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool, I guess.
Yes.
All right. And overall, like, how did you feel about your experience? Like, because how can I say, you kind of dip your toe, right? Just a bit into like the idol world, because you were not like, you were not depending monetarily about that, or you did not have the expectation that like a manager would like yell at you like, you should do this, you should do that, you're not doing this. But from your point of view,
it was hard because there was a language barrier, and I wasn't the only gaijin in the club at the time. It was me and another girl from the UK who was in the group, and then there was also Japanese Americans in the group too. And I can totally talk about the Nikkei relationship with like Japanese people, but like a lot of like Japanese Americans, they also feel kind of like alienated from Japanese society as well. So
I actually work with American Japanese people, and I can confirm what you just said. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, but if you're able to break through the language barrier and find a middle ground, things get better. Because during the time, it felt like there was at one point, it just felt like I was going to quit, type of thing. Because like
that bad, huh?
Yeah, it was that bad. Because like girls are pretty catty, and especially with like Japanese like society, they're not really direct with their feelings too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is Japan too, where being direct with your feeling is not a thing.
Exactly.
I can tell you from my own experience.
Yeah, so it was just getting annoying, like, beating around the bush type of situation too. So I was just like, ugh. Yeah, but it turned out fine. I had a lot of fun.
What was that sound?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that sound? What was? Be careful! You're gonna cater to Riko sounds clip if that continues.
But yes, it was okay in the end. If you were to ask me like, oh, would you do it again?
Oh,
I,
not sure.
I don't know if I would do it again, because I think I could have done something else quite interesting too as a culture.
I see.
Yeah, because I've heard that sports, like athletic circles, are not serious at all, and I think that would have been fun to experience. Like, I heard like the basketball club or like the Kyoto, like the archery club was like very like nice too. So yeah, and I would I'll probably
but club
be...
are usually serious. Like they're not like what we would think or what anime often
so ne?
depict. It's like it's a lot of people, they depend on this to like make a career out of this. A lot of those clubs, like, they take it very, very seriously. Actually, sometimes more seriously than their studies, because I've heard that Japanese university don't really take themselves very seriously.
Yes, it's very true. It's very true. Sometimes I would go to class and I would see that person from the first class, and I will never see them until, especially if it's like a class where it's like paper based, like you just write your papers and stuff like that.
Right.
You'll only see them at the end, or you'll only see them at exams, because a lot of them are more inclined to go to their arubaito, like their part-time jobs, or just hang out with their club, their circle, society, stuff like that. So ne, demo.
I see.
But you know what? Like, I gained a lot. I learned a lot of Japanese, how Japanese people react to conflict and stuff like that. So I guess it was like, いい勉強になりました。
わかります。
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
So.
Yeah, everything. Well, actually, now we are going back into the old people stream.
Yeah.
And make here a life lesson is that, yes, if anything, anything, even if it's a hard experience, difficult experience, if you can turn it around and see it as a learning experience and try to get what you learn out of it, even if it was like the worst thing ever. Of course, I'm not diminishing like when people do live like real like bad stuff, but there's always learning in these kind of situations. So yeah.
Oh, totally. How about you? Because like you came in to Japan more as a teacher, right?
Correct.
So how is it for you? Like, was it difficult for you to find Japanese friends as well?
I mean, we could make a whole content out of that, but it was, well, I came in at the start of a world pandemic in a country I have never lived, and things were crazy from the start. So that was like, imagine like people might have had an openness in the past, but now it was even less because everyone was secluded even further. So just going out, like I have a lot of friends who tells me like, oh yeah, when I went to meet people, I just go to bars in Japan. Well, that was not a thing for a very long time, and because I was in schools, I was asked to not go out, and so meeting people was hard, and I'm somehow a bit how can I say, marked by that. Like, I don't attempt to go out and meet new people a lot since that happened, so I'm slowly recovering, especially because my work relationship with a lot of my Japanese teacher were not amazing. So yeah, it was an experience to come for the first time into a country, right into a world disaster, and yeah.
大変だったね。
大変.
Yeah. Well, did you come to Japan with knowing some Japanese?
ちょっとだけ.
Shoto dake. Ah.
Kana o kakerimasu. I can write kanas.
Yeah. Oh.
What else? I can read them too. Some kanji, my grammar is terrible. I understand it, but using it is often hard. So yeah. Oh, and type run, you just like ask a question like, forget about drinking with coworker. That was dead.
Ah.
There was no drinking with coworker because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like usually they even have a budget for that. But that was dead. That like there was none of it. So I never had to experience that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
For me in the idol circle, we had nomikai too.
Right.
Yeah, and then nomikai was that's the time where you actually get close with people because
Yes, this is what a lot of people say because the alcohol lower their barrier.
Yes, it did really lower their barrier. So it was very interesting to see how people would like react to things and stuff like that. And yeah, it was quite refreshing to see. Yeah, but you know what?
And
now that
just to answer quickly, type run. Yes, I am still in Japan.
Inhibitions, yeah, lowering their inhibitions. But yeah, like you know what? Even though you didn't get to experience the nomikai type of thing, you will eventually experience the real nomikai.
Well, mostly now I work with foreigners, but
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also have a lot of like what's it called? What's the term called? It's not just nomikai, but it's like eating parties.
Yes. I forget.
I forgot too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're pretty good on the like all you can eat and all you can drink.
They have sometimes like back in the circle or when I was still living in a shared house, we would have like takopa, like takoyaki
Of
party.
course, the takopa are very popular. Yeah.
Or nabe party
during the winter, especially.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if you experienced this, but when I was still in the circles and stuff like that, and we had meetings and stuff. It was quite interesting the way they ended a meeting. Like they will be like, they'll say, "はい、ミーティングを以上で、or 以上です, right? It's 以上です, right? And then afterwards, they will clap together and say, はい、以上です, and then that's it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I've been into teacher meeting and I can tell you they don't do that.
Ah, okay. Well, I've experienced many meetings that's not just for the idol stuff, and they will do some sort of like rendition of that somehow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was like they will always make it fun somehow, and I'll be like, oh, okay. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Well, even though Japanese people are a bit like strict and stuff, there are times where they're very derpy with the ways they do things.
Yeah. If it's part of like something they all accept as okay, even if it's silly, there's no problem.
Yeah, I remember another thing I forgot to say. Another thing that in the idol circle, especially when you're going to perform something, members would always try to be like, okay, you have to be in idol mode, right? So like I would have to always change my voice to be higher than this.
Of course.
Yeah, so it'd be like
that's most VTuber too, and
so it'd be like はじめまして はじめましてたーちゃん something like that. Yeah.
It's funny because like I think that for men it's the opposite. You you have to go with like the more deeper, and you have to go get your voice that the radiophonic voices that goes like, ooh, I can feel the tingles.
Oh, ASMR! ASMR! 助かる!
Right. But yeah, definitely you have to like have the higher pitch because it's cute in Japan.
Yeah. So like sometimes in our shows, I would have to narrate things in English too.
Aww.
So I'll be like, welcome to the wait. Welcome to the idol concert. I hope you have so much fun with us today. Like stuff like that. So I would have to like talk in a really high voice. And it was...
I see.
Yeah.
No, I cannot do it. It sounds just stupid when I do.
I hope you have a lot of fun. So like... Moe. Yeah.
Moe kyun.
Moe. Like stuff like that.
So do you have a Riko idol mode?
Riko idol mode. So ne.
Well, I'm not sure if you should. Could type run just I'm gonna puke. Whoops.
You're gonna puke? Hey, I think Type is the one who doesn't like it when I do ooh voices.
Ooh.
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 Yeah, I know that. And then it'll be like, for example, like, you know, like how in Joey's, like the anime man's video, when you see someone like a fan, you have to be very excited and be like that, and then they'll be like, so they always like say, Lee-chan, thank you for coming, and I'll be like, no, thank you for coming. Yeah, they'll be like, did you come today for me? Stuff like that, right? And then like,
for me?
For me? Oh,
Are
really?
you sure? Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I'll be like, do you want to take a picture of me? Check it, stuff like that, right? And then, and then when I had my graduation concert, I'll be like, like the concert before, not, I will be like, はい、皆さん、ちょっと話があるんですけど、and then everyone...
You fake your emotion?
No, I never cried though, but I was like,
oh, okay,
I never cried, but I'll be like, well, everybody, since the year in Japan for me is the school year is going for a close. That means that I have to graduate. So
no. She was my favorite.
So please, will you go to my graduation concert, please?
Oh no. Why does she have to graduate? Oh no.
You know, in this 11 months, I really learned so much, and all the love you gave to me.
Oh no.
I'll be like, I'll always treasure this forever, everybody. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah, stuff like that.
I see. Oh my god.
Crocodile tears.
But that's the part where I think maybe you and I think we're very natural content creator. I haven't really been into like, all right, I gotta bring the character right here, like the Janken uncle like character, like gotta pull him in. Like, I don't know, it's the feeling I have, right?
It's all about ad-libbing, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would cover my ears to not hear it anymore. I guess Type is not really a real fan, I guess,
I'm gonna unsub to Type Run. Oh! Just joking.
Yeah, but I didn't cry. I of course I made a very like yeah, I'm a fake fan. Oh, yeah, hello, block him now. Just kidding. You didn't sub on my channel? Oh, I didn't
Oh my
even.
god.
Oh, ごめんなさい. Let me flub you right now. Hey, are you a VTuber? I didn't know. 知らなかった。本当？本当？Hey, let me go right now. Type run. I don't even see.
You can't even find him.
I didn't even find
Yeah,
his
exactly.
channel.
You can't
Where
even
is
find him.
Yeah, you're fake to me. Oh, wait. I see that he was in other collabs before.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, he
How's
says,
the turntable?
I have nothing there. Oh, I guess you're a pre-debut VTuber, huh? But yes. Yeah, but I think that's like, it's normal to do that in like idol stuff. I bet like VTubers also do the same thing too, you know?
Do you still consume idol stuff?
Oh, of course.
Of course. Oh.
Yeah, just my arsenal's not bigger, you know? Now that I have Hololive now.
Do we actually? What do you think? Do we actually can say that Hololive talent? Maybe let's add the Jisanji too because they are corporate.
Okay.
Are they idols? I really like to say the word talent, but a lot of people like joke about like haha, like they're comedian, they're not idol, and a lot of people are like, yeah, but they're based in idol culture. So can we say, because all you said, there's so many things that comes straight up the idol culture that I've seen in the past 4 years I've been as a fan. I think they're trying to evolve what they are, and like Typron just said, I think they kind of started as like more rooted into the idol mindset, but like to this day, can we still say that because all of their past, all of their roots?
That's the thing that's very interesting about Hololive, right? I do understand about like the whole root type of thing. In my eyes, I still think they're idols to me. Because
when they create music, I'm not the same fan as when I laugh at like Suse being a rock and using PTS to speak, and she's just being dummy and like fun, and other too. But when like I'm watching the concert, I'm like that meme of the anime guy who's crying, like the big guy with the big cheek, the glasses and the pen light. You've seen it, right? The meme I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm that guy at that moment. I'm the biggest idol fan when they go and they sing and then they do a crazy song and it's like it's super crazy. Like that's me at that moment. Like at that moment, I'm an idol fan. But the rest of the time where they're not like doing concert and stuff like that, I just see them as like content creator. So that's why it's kind of odd, the feeling I have.
Okay. In my eyes, I think they're still idols for me because a lot of the things they do are very restricting compared to what a normal entertainer in Japan is.
Right.
So, because like, you know, they have Twitter that's most likely being moderated. They have to be careful with, you know, talking about relationships too, right? And
actually, talking about that, I've been wanting to do it. I haven't prepared enough, but tomorrow, if I do a stream, I wanted to do a stream because I want to talk again about Holo Tempest, the new Holostar EN that came out, and how they broke the barrier. Exactly, Yellow. How they broke the barrier of being different from Niji and now being able to collab. And Tempest was like kind of the one that put their foot down.
Of course.
For many things, I think they're trying to really change. I think that there's a lot of people that are tired of those strings, right? That we're talking about, like being moderated, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like they should own more their content.
It's hard. Okay, so the toxicity in idol culture is okay. Let's be honest here. The toxicity in idol culture is really misogynistic, right? Like a lot of it is like it's a more male oriented type of market versus to women in the idol space. I would like to say for the Ian girls for Hololive, they wanted to do that, but they probably couldn't just because of the male talents. And usually in idol culture, boy versus girl groups in Japan, boy groups have way more lax rules than compared to girls. Because for girls it's mostly like you have to protect your say-so appearance, right? And of course
don't
there's
know
like
where that end up.
of course there's like nutcases, like silly girls, but all in all, usually they don't want their male fans don't really want their idols to have a relationship in general, right? And I'm like very against that because everyone deserves to love, right? But if you compare it to like other instances for like male idols, like in Japan, the biggest male idol company is Johnny's Entertainment. So there's
Johnny's,
yes. So for Johnny's Entertainment, there's been multiple scandals of male talents, male idols having, affairs. There's like adultery happening. There's having a girlfriend that they're not supposed to have, right? And usually they come out unscathed because they're like, oh, boys will be boys,
Oh, I hate that sentence so much, but yes.
But it's true though, like, but like for female.
No, but I know what you mean, but it's just the concept. It's more the concept that is crazy.
Yeah, I know. So like, yes, I do agree that Tempest has like went through the barriers of it, like totally. Because but I think it's like, I think it's because I hate to say this, but
no. But I will say it for you. I know exactly what I know exactly what you're gonna say, because this effort is men led.
Yeah.
And then people are just like, oh shit, the boys put their foot down. So like now that they said like it's fine to stream with women, it's fine to stream with Niji, it's fine that we stop the toxicity. Like I remember Altair was just like, yo guys, stop making joke about that, that's not fun. And when like girls, it's more difficult for them to be like, hey chat, I don't want you to say that to me like straight up, right? So now like they're putting their foot down. So they have more influence
with Type saying like, they started as an idol group, but either way it's the same thing with like actresses in Japan, right?
Yes.
So you can't really say that it's just only an idol type of thing.
It's Japan thing.
It's a very Japan thing. And once a girl is like labeled as a slut or a whore type of thing, it's really difficult for you to come back unscathed.
Sometime I'm thinking how Twitch VTubing is the entire like opposite. They're just like lewd and like 12 years old topic and like kind of like is it a reaction to this,
Well,
like
do you notice that most of Twitch lewd VTubers are from the Western market though?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
but I feel it's a reaction, right? Because like, oh, the Japanese like they do this and like we don't like that, and like as an answer, I'm just asking question here how
Mm.
this whole idol thing that we talk about,
So
how it affect both side, right?
Yeah.
Of like the corporate world and the indie. Well, visual is not indie, but like they're acting as if. But yeah, how like this influenced the VTuber world, right?
Yeah, I think yeah, I think because Twitch is its image is very like, you know, the rebellious site for a lot of things. Like you can, and there's essentially kind of not really much rules. I could be wrong because I don't really go on Twitch, but from my observations of when I have walked in the space of Twitch VTubing, because YouTube is much more strict with these type of things, and you don't really see that much lewd VTubers on YouTube.
No, not really. Not really. Yeah.
So, yeah, I talked about this. Yeah, I talked about this with my chat before about like the idea of the question of like, do you think that that making adult like content in VTubing, right? Like, I don't know. I'm curious about what you think about it, but I'll tell you what the chat thought about it later. But it's like, do you think that no shade and everything like that, but like, do you think that when there's lewd VTubers, right? Do you think it's a marketing ploy for them as a step up to gain fans easier, or do you think it's just them just expressing who they are?
I think it's a bit of both. I think that maybe some might do it just like because they want to take an opportunity, and there's a lot of people like hating on that stuff on the internet. But to me, I see it. Usually, it's probably a bit of both. You know, people go out there on the internet and they gotta be noticed. They want to be noticed, right? And some will do whatever it is needed to get that attention. Some of them are just thinking like that. So maybe for this kind of people, maybe it is more just like, I gotta go where the views are, more than I gotta go where my creative mindset leads me. But for some of them, like, you will see that they have these, like, I will give you a good example. I hate naming people. I'm gonna name someone. There's one Twitch VTuber that I want to like, but I can't. Her name is Onigiri. Onigiri.
I know her.
She makes food content, and she used technology, like the way that she set up her stream and everything, and her avatar looks great, but like at the same time, she makes like so much lewd, unnecessary stuff that I'm just like, I'm not really like. I love when like she cooks and like when she have collabs about the food, and but this layer of like lewdness is just like, is it her? Is it like, I don't know. Like, I don't watch her enough. And she's of course free to do whatever she wants, and that's super fine. But you know, you cannot like vibe with everyone. But yeah. So what I meant by that is that I acknowledge, I'm like, there is a lot of creativity there. There's a lot of good ideas, a lot of like content making, not just like people that will reaction like videos on the internet, because there's a lot of that on Twitch. Like, there's an actual, like, I acknowledge and I find amazing those ideas. But because of all of the stupid lewd that is around it, I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on like here? Like, I feel we're trying to reach a lot of things that we don't have to, but we do it because at some point, at the end of the day, maybe I won't make this my career. If I want to make this my career, I have to make choices that will bring the views. So it's hard. It's hard. I can understand it. And that's why I'm saying I think most of the time it's a bit of both.
I also agreed the same. That's what the viewers also thought as well. For me, I also think the same too. All I can say is like I'm not against it. I think that when they do it, there's a lot of energy that you have to act out, right?
Man, this thing is sometimes like you think like when as a viewer you're enjoying like watching stuff, but like talking, we've been talking for 3 hours, Riko.
Oh.
And
Honto?
Honto.
Oh.
And I'm not complaining, but like when like at some point we're gonna be like, all right, I think that I'm looking at the time now, and
I think we're
calling it a day. But
we're calling it a day, I think, because I'm sorry we couldn't play Overcooked, but that was a lot of fun just talking about.
But I didn't mean to call it a day right now. But what I mean is that at the end of it, like we spent like mental energy and speaking energy and like a lot of VTuber lately. I've seen them very coming forward, being like, I stream every day. Talking is taxing my voice.
Oh,
like this thing like takes a lot of energy, right? And it's something that like as a viewer, you're enjoying, and you tab out and you come out, and you go out and you come back in. But like when you're there and you actually like work hard doing this, and then every day, just like Yahalo said, we have to think a lot like, what can I do? What is the thing that will like catch like the attention? What is inspiring me right now, but that could also inspire others? So at the end of the day, when you enjoy someone by whatever they're doing, like keep supporting like whoever you like for whatever you want. But in the end, everyone, no matter how big or small, like spend a lot of energy on that, right? So so even if you like the content or not.
I'm sorry?
So even if people like the even if they like the content or not, in the end, like all creators spend a lot of energy on that.
Yeah, totally. But you know what? For me, when I always stream, right? Like if you see my average of streaming, it's always 3 hours ish or maybe more, and it's like it's because I just forget about the time. I'm just having so much fun, and I think that's like I hope
of course.
So like. Yeah, I honestly, if those who are thinking about like streaming, try to. I wonder if you will feel the same way about like me and Janken, where it feels addicting to stream.
Definitely.
But
it's they say it like I've seen people say it like it's in your mind. It becomes like a worm in your mind, and you're gonna be like, oh, I just had an idea right now about like a content.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had an idea about something I want to talk about. Or a game that like I think could make the people like, I don't know, react or like just want to enjoy with you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, like if people that don't like it, like they should definitely like think about it, right? Or taking a break or something. Yeah.
There's always something for someone for a viewer to enjoy, right? So like
definitely, yep.
Yeah, and that's like the beauty of streaming. Like no matter what, there's always something for you to enjoy. And like heck, there's like streaming of like baby animals, like you see them sleeping the whole day, and people are watching. So many people are watching that sometimes. Yeah, there's definitely if I didn't work as much, I would spend. Yeah. I hope you can be a streamer too, because Hollow has talked to me like in DMs that like he wants to stream. So hopefully he can join us someday.
Sure. But to think back of like how the conversation went today. It's interesting thinking like how we went from like idol and like idol experience, and then trying to take this back to the VTuber world, how it is somehow very connected, and in the end like taking it like streaming experience, because this triangle, content creator, VTubing, and idol, I think no matter who you are within the VTuber community, I think this triangle, you cannot escape out of it. Either even if you don't see yourself as an idol, you will try to be the opposite. So in a way, it's still in the triangle, right? Like the say so and the unsay so-ness kind of character. So yeah, it forms the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Okay, before we do our little closing segment, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the bed, to my bedroom, to like.
Okay.
So. Anyways, it was bothering me just to see my picture, but we're finally here.
Actually.
But yes,
we could have been back here for like at least 30 minutes ago, right?
I know,
just didn't think about it. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I like I always think it's like a fun time to have a conversation with another collaborator person, because like, you know, like you said, like to me that collabing is like peak content, right? And then I totally agree with this. Like if I were to do a lecture just by myself with this, I don't think it would be as fun as like teaching someone who can, like, I can hear who's actually reacting to things and stuff like that. So yeah, no, and it was fun. Like I legitimately learned, and I hope chat did too. And as you mentioned, I did tell you, like, to me, I began being a VTuber fan because of collabs, because these interaction, you're like, oh yeah, so this person like is collabing with this person, and when they collab, it creates kind of unique like relationship. Like, of course, it's important to stream by yourself, so you build a relationship with your viewers, and like, we love you guys. But to do it like with another person, it creates like a new kind of a new type of content. It's a collab content, and I think this really go into how someone react with another person directly versus how they react to the chat. I think sometimes like it's very different. Yeah, I definitely, like, I really enjoy when I do solo streams with for myself, because like especially when it's like games where my viewers can join with me, because I think that's like the time where they kind of feel the how would I say this, like the participation type of thing. Right. So oh yeah, your phone just died, Nia. Aw, thank you for coming back. Is it over? Not really. We're just having our like final thoughts of stuff, but I don't think we're ending quite yet. But yeah,
we're wrapping up, but like we slowly getting there. Like, it's not like, okay, it's over, bye. We're kind of wrapping up. I mean, Type Run. I'm just gonna say, like, since I am not entirely VTubers, you can kind of find that information if you look hard enough. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, you know how I initially put like Overcooked too as like a thing. We can totally play that again another time, I guess.
Actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to add when we were like talking about it creates new relationship, right? Because also, thank you, Taco. Like, I love you too, man.
Aww, kawaii.
I was about to say, like, today I kind of learned a lot from you. So it was kind of a sharing experience, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a collab where like, and then I comment on it, and then I'm like asking question, and then teaching chat a bit about this too. But if we were to play Overcook, like, it would be like, what are you doing, you baka kuma? Like, like bring me the goddamn plate. We need to do this. Like, oh wait, calm down, like old man, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of different, right? This playing a game where we have to really work together to do something like will create a situation where we can kind of act on it. It would have been also really funny, I think, but the main plan was like, oh, you like talking, I like talking too, let's talk and teach for 3 hours, and we did not even see the time go. So
guys, chat. Initially, Janken was like, "Oh yeah, probably we'll have this lecture for an hour or so, right?"
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
and
so in my mind, I was like, "No, it's not going to be an hour with me," but I did say so.
Yeah, but it's not a problem. Like I can talk for a long time too. So I was just like, maybe we should plan like if there we go. Now the chat the title is just idle lecture, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But no, I don't mind. I was just thinking like, oh, like she's gonna prepare like a couple slide and she's gonna be like, okay, that's it and that's that, and I like this one, and what do you think? Like, and okay, let's play a game. But she was like, no, listen to me. I am a very serious idol otaku, and you will hear me talk in details about it in every way possible that you will not be able to like not understand how I am an otaku in the end. And that's great. That's great. Like, to be honest.
I like honestly, if copyright wasn't like so crazy on YouTube.
I could feel it. I was like, she wants to plug a video or music, because when I said like I don't know this, the way that you kind of reacted was like, oh, I want to play it right now. But I can't.
Yeah, because like my chat knows how much I love Japanese like music, J-pop and stuff like that, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, maybe I can do a stream about like music that I've been very like enjoying lately, like kind of like a podcast type of situation. But then I was like, how can I showcase these songs when I can't, right, because of copyright?
Yeah.
So, and I was like, maybe I could probably like sing it, but it wouldn't do it justice and such.
Yeah.
So like, if only. And I was like thinking, maybe I can probably do this on like Twitch, but I don't understand what Twitch is, to be honest. So, yeah, 残念ね, みんな. Maybe I'll just like.
Okay.
Probably
If
I'll
anything,
just make a. Huh? Yes?
Oh, but go. I think you were maybe going to say what I was about to say.
I was about to say, maybe I'll just make my own podcast and release it to the public that's not on YouTube, but
right.
Yeah.
Or you could make a list. Like you could go on Twitter. It's just like, hey, you like guys, we've been talking about like this kind of music. Here's my recommendation of the week, or some tweet like that, right?
Oh yes, that would be a very good.
Yeah, and then you can link it. Because you can link a video on tweet as a tweet, and people can like go watch it, right?
So
just like
make it. I would make it unlisted. I would make it unlisted if I was YouTube partner. Because like right now, I'm still trying to rack up the 4,000 watch time hours, and if I were to unlist it, then I would lose those watch time hours. Yeah. YouTube is a very tricky place, ne?
Right.
But yeah.
Understandable.
What was an idea that you thought you wanted to do as a stream, but you thought about it and it's like it wouldn't work out?
As in like an idea I had, but it wouldn't work out?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. What kind of... I haven't been thinking of singing. I mean, in the long run, maybe. I do enjoy singing, but like, I feel I'm more of a passion singer than anything else.
No, that's good content.
Maybe, but then again, it becomes difficult because of the copyright, right? Content. Actually, there was something. So at some point when I had to decide what I wanted with my channel, I always knew that I want to share about discovery. That's just me. I like discovering, analyzing, and I was like, I'm in Japan. I have this amazing opportunity to share Japan to the world. But I know how much like there is so much content about that about Japan already, and I was thinking, and I went with it without understanding the limit. I wanted to do live streaming. At some point, I wanted to do live streaming, and then I thought, I'm gonna buy a GoPro, and then we're gonna go bam bam. It's gonna be, I'm gonna stream. GoPro like is made for that. Like it's gonna be easy. And then I'm realizing, okay, the connectivity is always dropping. What to do? And then I'm like, like the rich streamer, they have like these they like a backpack that has like these crazy modem and router and like services that will link you into a stream on your PC to relay if something drops. And I was like, I did not research enough about that. So I was kind of being like, yeah, I'm not sure I can make that type of content, even if I was like, I want to have people discover Japan through my lens. So this was part of one of the reason when I was like, okay, I'm a VTuber fan. Maybe I can do that, but differently.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollow said Japan news. I was thinking of that at one point as well, but I feel like Japan news, like any other news in every other country or every country, there's a lot of news is like politics, or if not politics, it's if crime and stuff like that, and
drama.
Yeah, or drama, or like. There's not that much positive news usually, and so I wouldn't want to just bring that, and I don't want to just bring controversy or like controversial topics that much, because I don't think I'm a controversial person, and I would never
only when you describe yourself as a sexy mama.
Clean your room. Hi Zorg. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Hey, hello.
No worries. If you came late, you can always look at the VOD later on. But we had a really good, meaningful talk about like Japanese idols and my experience about like the group I really like. So it was really great.
Yeah. We talked straight up 3 hours, no problem. Easy peasy. Easy. I think this is the one thing that, especially as a VTuber, since you don't have visual of the person, if you do not like talking, you're gonna have a hard time. Because like what people cannot see as an emotion has to be lived through other forms. So yes, the VTubers allow a certain extent of that, right? But this is why I believe, as a PNG tuber, it is the hardest.
I totally agree. Like you have to
make the emotion shine through you just looking at this image that is currently not even moving. Like, how do I like make this come true, right?
Well,
Zorak, we're pretty fine actually, I think.
Yeah. Well, like, your voice is very animated in general, so
I try to make my emotion feel through my voice. But the biggest challenge is actually to how can I say, to remember that you're entertaining people. Because sometimes when you're just enjoying, let's say you just play a game, right? You're just enjoying a game. And when I play game all by myself, I'm just like, not even, sometimes I just laugh inside. And there's absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing like that express that. So if you forget that you're just enjoying yourself, you're just like gonna be like a bit silent and just having like low emotion. But everything has to be big. We're big, I'm big, Riko's big, the emotion, the voice, the lows has to be low, the high has to be high. Like so yeah. So this is one of the, I think, sometimes the most difficult thing to remember, that like my expression, I have to make you feel my expression even more than what I am actually living, because of like, you don't see my face doing the pug face, right?
Pug face.
No, but this is why they put this on every thumbnail, because it's an emotion.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's the emotion of being. But when I make that sound, you don't see my mouth doing it, so I have to like amplify it, right?
So next.
And this is something I think as VTuber fans they don't think about. Like when they really like VTubers is because those VTubers work really damn hard to be like extra, to put extra emotion, I think. Also, thank you, Taco, for the love. I love you too. I told you, man. Man, he better come see me now. He's like, he's a bro.
Yeah. Taco's a very great chatter in the chat box.
I remember.
A lot of my like Kumapans are really interactive, which I very appreciate, because if you guys don't interact with me, the conversation doesn't really continue to flow so well. So net. But yes, I do agree. Like, and it's hard because even though I have a 2D model, if you're very monotone with your delivery and speech and such like that, it's very, I don't know, it just doesn't make the stream interesting. And I think and I think a lot of my Kumapans, they really enjoy when I like when I'm like stressed out with like screaming.
I was
and
about
stuff
to
like
say,
that.
I think you're a pretty good screamer. The other day, I think we were playing Unite, and maybe I was watching, but I was working on something on the side, and I was like, holy shit, today she is like living it.
I'm like, ah! And you know what's like really funny about it is that like my Mama Kuma, my mom, she I told her about VTubing, and she's very supportive, but she doesn't really understand fully what it means.
Like, she doesn't get it, right?
She doesn't get it, but she does get it, right? And so she's like, oh, you know, sometimes I just hear you scream, and I just don't know what you're doing.
What's you screaming at? What's going on?
And I'm like, Mama. It's like a transactional thing. Like, I'm actually scared, but the people like it as well.
Yeah. Neil actually said something that some people that follows me told me that some people will seek out smaller streamer because they can have an actual interaction. Because when you're so big and the chat just go like zoom, it's actually really hard to have a reaction and having kind of how can I say I don't want to say relationship, but everything is relationship, but to have like a connection, to have a connection, right? So yeah, some people will seek out these moments, and I can understand, right? We're all here on the internet because like we want like to kind of connect, right? Just connect, like period, like not to anything, we just want to connect. And sometimes it's just like you just want to connect directly. Sometimes you just want to watch. You just what? Sorry, I just like said. Sometimes you just want to watch, and my brain was like, "Oh, What did you just say? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about YouTube, Janken? What do you just want to watch, Janken? Anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with Neo, cause like, for me, right, I came into VTubing because of Hololive, right? But then at a certain point, when you can't read the chat so much anymore, it just becomes a little bit nauseating. And instead of looking at chat, you just end up focusing more of the talent, right? And I kind of feel very like, now that I'm a VTuber myself, I feel bad for corporate VTubers, because like I'm sure that like before they became corporate, they had very meaningful fan interactions and stuff like that. But now it's like, now for them, it's probably like as a whole, they have to try to gauge something. And the one time they do see something on the chat, it's like they can read. That's how they can, go off with it, right? So. All
right. Listen to me here.
Yeah.
Listen to me. If you are a VTuber fan and you enjoy watching big VTubers and you want to interact, I am a professional. I'm really good at having like thousands of people chat being read. Okay. I have like under my belt, like I have one on Twitter, but I have like a couple one that like I had them reading.
I saw
and I'm
one.
and I'm about to tell you the trick.
The trick.
I have two. Yes. The first trick is a lot of people don't want to do it, but if you want to be read, you have to do it. You see, when the chat goes really, really fast, it also means that it's really stupid hard to read, right?
Yes.
It just makes sense. So, how do you actually get read? First, you have to type in all caps.
All caps?
You have to all caps. All caps. Yep. If you want the streamer to read you, some streamer will say, VTuber will say, I hate caps. And a lot of people will like, I hate people who do all caps. But if you do, all caps are easier to read than low cap. My brain is having a French fart right now. See, but you're kidding, Type Run. But the moment you type this in caps, I saw it instantly. I did
too. Wow, that's an actual like.
I'm telling you.
It worked for me. They noticed me a few times.
Now, don't worry here, guys. You don't have to do that. We act slow enough that we can see it. Now you're just obnoxious if you go all cap in Riko's chat, all right? I'm not telling you to be obnoxious in Riko's chat, right? All right? Behave. But if you want to be seen, and then another trick, this one is even further obnoxious, okay? This one is like you have to say something that is noticeable. So not too long, not too fast, and it has to be funny usually. And also do not, if you already copying what everyone is saying, forget about it. So you have really to say something that like really catch their eyes. And one way that I hate was just like
money.
You write a word. You have to be funny, but you write a word. And you listen. I am gonna be top toxic, and cap locks, and you space the letters. For example, if I want to say like this. It becomes even easier to read. It becomes easier to read.
Soka!
And I had a couple interaction that were like read by doing these. So if you're really like, man, I need the streamer to see me today. Well, I gave you some tips, but you don't have to do it here. We don't have to do it.
Yeah. I was like cringe. Oh no, wait. Typing tutorial. Wow.
Yeah.
Uncle Janken giving us the lowdown. Okay, so
Yeah.
but what do you think about like super chats and aka super and stuff like that? Like, do you
In
think
general,
mhm.
yeah, go ahead, finish.
do you think that it's like people usually do that so the VTuber notices them, or do you think it's just like generally like, oh yes, I did that for out of appreciation?
I think there's 3 types.
Mm.
I think there's I want to say something to the content creator.
Mm.
Like, I'm like, my brain is going 100 miles per hour because I cannot. They need to know. I need to tell them. I have to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second type, they will do it just out of like, how can I say? Sometimes you appreciate a content so much, or the content creator so much,
Mm-hmm.
so you just type. You can calm down now.
Oi.
And you just want to express like, like you really want to support them. And actually, I lied. I think there's 4 types.
4 types.
There's another. Yeah, there's the third types. You want the chat to notice you. It's not even about the streamer. You want the chat to notice you.
Like
And some people will do that. And they're gonna go ho lol SC, and then they want like the chat to notice them.
So like
And then
like attention seeking, ne?
a bit. Like, because you could maybe react like to the streamer, but like if the whole chat as like a community mind just like just react to it, it's even like more like I made like 10,000 people laugh. Kind of thing.
Kind of like the F. Who's failing?
I don't know why the chat is killing us.
but I get it. So it's just like oh, you know what just clicked with me? It's like, oh, if someone was able
you mean to make them react to, I think they're trying to make the chat react like they will say to press F, and then the chat will press F.
Oh, got it. I think that like in terms of like what you just said, I would imagine that like, okay, of course one thing is like, oh, the world is my stage type of thing. Yes, that's one thing. But the second thing was like, I was thinking about clippers. Like if it's like something like, oh, if it was really actually funny, someone will clip it, right? And then clipping to see the reaction of the streamers themselves, and like, so ne.
Yeah, and maybe a clipper will even clip your super chat.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your 10 second of fame on the internet. Good job.
Yeah. So
And the fourth one, I'm gonna be blunt. Advertisement. You do it to be noticed because you ran a channel, a business. You want your brand to be visibly there. You want you and your Twitter account to be there. You want your YouTube. Like heck, I even remember there was a Ludwig video, just like, it's not hard to get views on YouTube, and he was like, okay, my number one tip is that you go like on a big streamer, and you leave a big fat tip of like $50 or more, and then you say like, hey, like, have you seen this video? And then it's one of your video, and then maybe you're gonna bait them to go check, or maybe bait them to like read like you and your stuff. So literally people will spend money to get exposure.
Yeah, I do think that like yeah, like how Taco was talking, right? Like sometimes like people do think that they are entitled to have like the streamers attention, or you know, just like their affection in general. But I think that like most streamers with when they see someone donate, like it's nice and all, but like all in all, like a streamer wants to treat everyone equal, right? So it's quite when money's involved, it's very, it's always like anytime money is involved in any situation, it's very risky. Yeah.
To maybe to make a small comeback to like the idols, you know, like you know that the person who bought 10,000 CD to get all the tickets, like they are entitled to their handshake, and they kind of have to do it, even if they're like. So a lot of people will do it because they feel like they spent money on it, so they get to have like the special treatment. But I am in the school of thought that like streamers should be like, I decide how to react to like the super chat I receive, right? And I think I've seen more and more people coming out just like, don't send me super chat like that. If you're my fan, don't do this. Like, I would rather you unsub and stop following me than using the money feature to like pull the kind of stuff that that I'd ask you not to do. Right? So
that's true.
Yeah. But I understand why a lot of us streamer like we are at that stage that we can have like this kind of free going kind of mentality. But like when you're established, when at the end of the day, what you're gonna say is gonna impact your life, like in more ways. I'm being a bit deep here, right? But it is a reality.
What does stream raid mean in Twitch?
A raid in Twitch is basically at the end of your stream, you're gonna be like, all right, everyone, so we're gonna call it a day today, and I have like this friend that is an amazing content creator, and we're gonna go over their channel and we're gonna give them the support. So I'm gonna raid you to them, and then basically after your stream, it's gonna like go directly into the other person's stream. And when you are being raided, people is just like, Janken raid, oh, raise your fist. I'm just, this is not my official Janken raid, but maybe I should make it. But
Janken raid.
raise your fist, and then people will be like, hey, Janken Nation. I'm making shit up right now. Janken Nation. All right, welcome. Like, and then they're gonna be like, oh, my name is Riko, and I'm a bear VTuber, but I'm not really a bear, but I like bread, and this is my room, and today we're talking with I don't know, with this uncle here, right?
Okay, let me role play too. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching my stream. Today's raid, we're going to Janken's stream. So when you get there, say, I brought the baguettes.
Fitting.
I brought the baguettes.
Riko raid. We brought the baguette. My baguette. Eat the baguette. I have a big baguette.
Yeah, big baguette.
What?
Baguette. That would be funny. I brought the baguette.
Yeah. So that would be a raid. Currently, YouTube have something similar, but you need to have permission from both sides. This is built to prevent negative rating, because a lot of people would be like, all right, I hate that guy, and we're going to bring them down, and we're going to go say shit about them, and they can't decide. They cannot, like when you're rated, it's happening. It's already too late. Like, so if people, I think there's a term for it. Like, I call it negative rate, but I think there's a term that Twitch has. Yeah. So when in YouTube, if we would be like, okay, like Riko and Janken, like they're talking and they're like, okay, I'm gonna add you in my list of approved channel that can push toward me, and then you also do this, and then afterward you enable this feature and you're gonna be able to select it. But this is new. This is new.
Baguette.
Yeah, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Type run. What you're referring is more like someone is found the address of a streamer and they're gonna call the SWAT on them. That is different.
How about instead of baguette thief, let's say baguette dealer.
Wow.
Yeah, I brought the baguettes.
Have you seen my baguette? I have all the greatest baguette in my coat here. I have the hard baguette. This baguette has been in my coat for like 10 days. I have the fresh baguette. Do you want the fresh baguette?
It's quite
It is
long.
good. It is long. It's very long and soft. Yep.
You know what I think of the word long? Do you know the Japanese
No,
commercial?
wait. I have yes. I was like, I have to read it in your mind, and yes, long, man. Yes. The moment you said it, you said, "Do you think what I'm thinking about?" And I was like, "Yes, stop. I already know." Yeah,
so
if you've never seen Long Man, I beg of you, go in YouTube search and type Long Man, and you're gonna be in for a treat.
Long man, and then
NTR ad. Yeah.
God, that
bread
NTR.
dealer. I like it.
I like it
It's
too.
like, bread dealer. It's like double D. Like, yeah.
Poor woman got NTR'd. God.
Yes.
She was trying to attempt NTR though first, so long man
Yeah,
was
and it
such a
has
story.
a story. Yeah. What a classic.
What a classic indeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
right. I think I'm looking at my clock here, and it says 7.
Yes, and I need
For
to.
me, yeah.
Yes.
I'm hungry. You're sleepy, and but we had a lot of fun, and we simply just chat, right?
Yeah.
Insane.
It's
I
like
love it.
It's like two friends having a chit chat at
Yeah,
lunch.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then teaching about idols at the same time.
Well, should we tell the people about our future collab?
Yes. So the good thing is that today we were here on your channel, Riko, and you taught me about something that you're very passionate about something you geek about, and I almost a bit hinted at that today by asking a question about HoloLive, but I am a massive HoloLive nerd, and I spent way too much time, and I've learned way too much time about HoloLive to keep that knowledge within me. And Riko was just like, oh yeah, like I'm a HoloLive fan, and but like I've been a fan, I think you told me, for a year.
Yeah, just a year actually, maybe less actually. I don't know. I've never really counted, but yeah, maybe it's been almost a year. Yeah.
Almost a year. Yeah, that's right. But I was there, like, when, like, you would see in chat 0 English comment on the Japanese. Like, when, like, I'm a hipster. I'm a hipster level. I'm a hipster level of HoloLive.
You are a pioneer.
I was there in the HoloLive Discord, the HoloLive fan Discord chat when, like, it was, like, almost nothing. Like, I've seen that, like, the Discord channel grow. I'm not OG because I think it's like 6 years. No, they just celebrated their 5th year. So is it 4 year or almost 4? Anyway, but yeah. So I have a lot of goddamn knowledge about HoloLive, and I'm gonna geek out about HoloLive,
guys.
yeah,
chat. Like, he actually has a video about him like predicting that, hey, you gotta jump on this now and watch Hololive. Like, and this happened like back, I think the video was dated like 3 years ago.
More than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was
but
in
man,
the game.
that video did not age well. Holy shit.
Really? I didn't finish the whole thing, but why? Oh, I wonder.
Why I think it doesn't age well?
Yeah.
I'm making some comment that I should be a bit more open about everyone kind of, it's fine to be the way that people are, and I feel myself a bit judgmental in that video, but yeah, but I don't know, and there's some take that I also is very different now, because like how it changed since then. So if you see this as being a fan of Hololive like recently, you're gonna be like, what the heck is he talking about? Because like things change since that video a lot.
Maybe you should also do like an update video about like your experience in the Hololive fandom for the past 4 years.
I think it's a bit what our collab is also gonna be meant to be. I think.
Oh, so ne.
Yeah. So. I love saying so. Since I'm in Japan, you can say that like to anything.
I know.
So.
So. Or they go. Or they also say otsukare to many things too.
Oh, it's every time when you leave work. Otsukare. You did a good job today for like whatever you're doing. Otsukare.
Otsu.
Yeah.
Hey homie,
So
I got the breads. What you want to try to buy? I'm just reading the comments.
Zorak is still about the bread seller. It's just like the bread dealer. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and I don't know if I will produce 3 hours of content.
Oh,
but if anything,
no. If you're talking to me, you're gonna be talking a lot. No.
All right.
Yeah.
If we don't, maybe in the same aspect, we'll prepare like a game.
Yeah.
But let's see. We'll see. We'll go how we feel. If we're like just like, oh yeah, I love talking. I could talk for like 3 hours. We're gonna go for that. But if we're like, okay, that's cool. All right.
Oh wait.
Let's play a game.
Yeah. Before we end the stream, pop quiz.
Oh, it's true. You did say that maybe there would be a pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
All right.
Okay. In what year? Oh, actually, no. Actually, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say whole life. Okay. No. Morning Musume had 3 eras of to describe their careers, right? Their journeys. What are the 3 color eras?
I just remembered 2.
Uh-huh.
Did you say 3?
I said 3.
I just remembered 2.
Okay. Almost, Keishin. Almost. Yeah, there's definitely okay, I'll give you
Yeah, I remember gold and platinum.
I'll give you I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom boom. I give you guys a 50%. Actually, no. I'll give you guys a 75%. 75%. It's the first one is golden era. The second one is platinum era, and then the current era is the colorful era.
Oh, but colorful is not a color.
So ne. Hey, well, you guys got Riko giving me assignment on my downtime after just doing my inner assignments dead inside.
Yeah, see, Kenshin is with me. That's a trick question. God
damn it. I said color. I'm close. Well, okay. Since Whale said color, I'll give him an 80%. There you go.
Yeah, but he just said color. He didn't say anything else.
So nice.
I'm looking. I'm seeing it right there. It just said color.
That's true. That's true.
But let's say that overall, everyone like you got like 85.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you guys an 85.
Yeah.
I'm the benevolent ruler in this channel. Oh yeah. So when is our collab again?
There was a question about when?
Yeah, they said when and what time it would be.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be the stream we're gonna have about HoloLive teaching, because I used to be a teacher too. I can call myself a teacher. It's gonna be next week, and usually my stream time are 10 a.m. Japan time, but so we can sync up me and Riko. We decided to do it Riko's time, so that would be 3:30 Japan time, and if you can correct me, 11:30 Pacific time is your time, correct?
Yeah, 11:30 Pacific time. Yes, that is my
On
time.
Next Saturday, that is correct?
Yeah, Saturday in your time in Japan.
Oh yeah, for me, yes.
And Friday on my time. So exactly
Correct.
1 week from now, we'll have our collab stream. Ne?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, the irony of someone giving a teacher a quiz. そうね。じゃあ、
And I think
yes?
Taco also asked if everything goes well, tomorrow I will be streaming at 10 a.m. JST. Usually I try to stream 10 a.m. JST on Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, he did ask like when is my next one. If everything goes well, I have to prep the thumbnail and shenanigans. So yeah.
Okay, and before that, would you like to tell the people where to find you as well?
Yeah, so basically you can find me on YouTube. That is up there in the pin that Riko, thank you,
Yes.
made. Very, very
Also,
kind of you.
I also put stuff in the description box as well. So
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And otherwise, if this time doesn't work for you, I also have another time on Twitch. Every weekday, it's at 7:30 Japan time. I'm not sure, again, in other places in the world, but where I play Umamusume and kind of just chill stream, like really, like there's nothing special, just me doing my daily stuff on Umamusume. Sometime I do say silly stuff though. Today my viewers made amazing clip of me saying really random stuff that really sounded funny. So yeah, so if you're into that,
Arigato.
Yes.
Thank you for
So-
the donation.
oh hey,
Yeah.
Taco is just like, let's go.
Yeah, I will share that money with you.
Oh no,
No?
forget about this. I'm on your channel. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, so Umamusume in the morning Japan time, just for short chill stream if you're into that. And if you're really into that, and if you want to talk to me, just like, man, that old man has stuff to say, and you want to know about Japan or anything, and that goes to you too, Riko, if you ever want to. I have a Discord, very, very small Discord, but yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do. It's in description in most of my stream,
Okay.
so you can check this out. I think the link that I try to put on every stream is updated, but Discord link, even if they say they should last forever, sometimes they don't. But yeah, we have a Discord where you can ask me question or anything, just chill with the very small fan base that I have, talking about VTuber stuff, game stuff, the kind of stuff that I cover on my channel. Yep.
That
I think that's
sounds
pretty much
great.
where. And then you know what? Let's continue. I also have a Twitter.
Yeah?
And I do interact a lot with Riko. So you might have seen it. You guys, like we do sometime banter on each other Twitter. So
Ne.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. This is what I like to do sometimes in the streams of my streams is, would you like to share your favorite part of the stream today?
My favorite part of the stream. I gotta say that I didn't know how much coming into this I would learn. And I did say that I'm big on discovering and learning. That's just to me, like a lot of people, they get like their tingles when they see lewds. I get tingles when I learn things. I'm legitimately
the
like
true
being like,
definition of a teacher.
yeah, maybe. But when I was just like making those connection in between like my hobby of like VTubing and what you were telling me, I was just like you know this galaxy blown meme of the guys go like that was me. I was just like, oh, everything makes sense, it connects, and how you were like so passionate about it, and I was just like, that's amazing. I was just like, she's so passionate about it, and I'm learning at the same time, and just that was just like, I just had a great time. And this is why like that 3 hour just like went by, and I say 3 right now, but I think we're going to 4 with just the final banter we're having
Final
here.
banter.
Right.
For me, my favorite part was your reaction to things in like
Yeah.
and the way you connected like your like what you thought with like Hololive and the idol stuff. That was very like interesting to see. And then and I also really liked our random role play of like
yeah. I like how I did the raid role play, and it's like, oh, me too. I could feel you were like, oh yeah, I want to do it too. And then we had the bread seller, the bread dealer,
dealer and Janken Nation.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Before I end the stream as well, for me, tomorrow is going to be our continuation of our tradition of playing Pokemon Unite. So remember, you guys, yes, a classic. So if you guys want to play Pokemon Unite with me, you're welcome to play. Those who don't have Pokemon Unite, remember that it's free on the Nintendo Switch and it's free on Android and iOS. So please come and join with me because we always have a wonderful time playing in a team or playing against each other. Last stream we did custom battles, and I was a announcer of some sorts doing commentary of the chat's fight. Yes, it was a lot of fun. Yes. And then on Sunday we're going to do a continuation of my journey as a Pokemon trainer in Pokemon Sword, and I believe that I am going to face the equivalent to Elite Four soon, so that was going to be a lot of fun. Really close into ending the Pokemon series, Pokemon Sword series. Yes, because we're really close to.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so close to the release of Scarlet and Violet. So
oh yeah. Can I already say that I am also a big Pokemon fan, and don't be surprised if me and Riko are maybe, because this is gonna be multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah, so don't be surprised if it happens, because I surely gonna play it. And I surely would want to play with Yuriko because we can share our Pokemon passion.
And hopefully if my other VTuber friend Zeroe-chan, she also lives in Japan too. Maybe we can all do a collab together. We'll see. But yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
And and then the last thing, I know this is very far in the future, but be on the lookout in November because we're going to have a huge collab with Janken is going to be included. Ken Sensei is going to be included. Tunana, what's it called? A friend who comes on the stream a lot in the chat will come. And I believe, and also, of course, my VTuber Oni-san and his best friend. And we're going to have a Among Us stream. So Get ready.
Us.
Among Us stream.
Among Us.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that. Well, I will try my best to lie as much as possible. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming to the stream. Remember, I'm always proud of you. I'm proud of you for learning something new too, Janken. Remember, if you're in the other side of the world, unlike me, which is daytime, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if it's night for you, go to sleep. So, go to sleep. But anyways, remember, be good. Be good both in school and work. Don't do anything bad, naughty, or illegal. And until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Otsu!
Otsu!
Riko! And... Otsu? Janken?
Oh, I have to sit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's redo that. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
One more.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Otsu!
Otsu!
Riko!
Riko!
Yay! Arigato!
Yay! Bye-bye.
Bye bye.